You guys found some interesting things in the old tomb. An armory, though everything in there was pretty much, well, in bad condition. But you also found a strange orb in one of the compartments in the wall. And it had some kind of, well, personality inside of it that started talking to you all. And after finding the proper language to communicate you with, started telling you stuff. Uh, Told you some stories, got the undead in one of the tomb chambers to back down, and brought you before the person who was basically buried in this tomb, the main person, the mummy lord, rather than the guard type people. Once the mummy lord discovered that you too were hunting Lokar, he decided he was going to come with you to help destroy the monster so that he could finally rest, because he has a score to settle with the griffin. Uh, you also happen to discover an inner warforge in the corner of the room. Vondel decided to attempt to put his bird homunculus inside of it, which happened to power the thing up. Kale helped the mummy lord disguise itself as a dragonborn so that it wouldn't be noticed by turning him using a polymorph spell. In fact, a true polymorph spell, which means he has to dispel it later to undo it. The next day, you guys got through a heat wave unscathed, and eventually you arrived at the border city of Rotalag. You wandered around the outdoor market, spot some cave spider silk, learned about a bookstore, but eventually decided that you're going to head to the tavern that was in the... Let's see, what section of the city is that in? In the rundown section of the city, known as the Far Edge. I'm not sure if you actually got that information, I'm sorry. You noticed in the out front, this drunken hobgoblin is kind of stumbling out. Vondel decided to keep an eye on said person, using an arcane eye as the rest of you went in. Which turned out to be a good thing, because soon after you guys went in, Vondel observed the drunk hobgoblin passed out in the alleyway, being carted off by a couple of goblins. Meanwhile, with the magic and arcane eyes of Phaedra, she was able to notice that several of the people in the corner of the room were infected with the crystals. Will, using the Void Stone with the Greater Restoration spell inside of it, went around and started curing them. And the party discovered, as you were talking to them, that they had been speaking with people in white robes. One appeared to be a male tabaxi, and the other a female dwarf. Vondel, meanwhile, still watching with the arcane eye, spotted the goblins carry the hobgoblin into a building, and continued to follow the goblins into a market, and eventually spotted somebody with a white robe in the distance. And I believe that is where we left off, with you guys discussing what to do next.
I kill Galen. Hold on, roll 20.
Yep, I'm on that. Yeah, kill Galen.
10.
I want to smite Galen.
Yeah.
Just go quickly.
Wait, what do I roll for betray party?
D100.
Minus
High
50.
or low by 50.
Chris, what's my modifier for Galen killing?
Oh,
You have to
38!
find him first. He's not here.
Do I
roll
win?
for Moss.
We didn't establish what was high and what was low, though, so I'll leave that up to
Is that Call of
interpretation.
Cthulhu rules? What is your...
Insanity level or whatever
Yeah,
the fuck.
what's your skill level at?
You have to roll
Did
lower
you
than your
beat
skill
it,
level.
Was it a good, great, or excellent check?
Oh, fuck. All right, so we're at the tavern dealing with the people, and then Vondel is doing the arcane eye. So
Yeah, he is there with you. He's just, arcane eyeing it.
Okay. Wait. Where? I need my notebook. Goddamn. 1 second. That was not. I was not prepared. Ah, there. Okay, let's see. All right, so do we know that Vondel? Have you vocalized that you're keeping an eye on them? I can't remember from last session.
We see you standing in a corner wobbling.
Well, no, Bundle's messing around with Owl Forged at the moment while keeping an eye on the Arcane Eye, and no, he hasn't said anything about it.
Okay, cool.
No, he did say that he was going to use Arcane Eye to follow the drunk guy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But hasn't relayed anything that he's seen.
Nope. He's
Correct.
been too busy waiting for you guys to be finished with
Okay.
talking.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Gathering information for you,
Yeah.
waiting for you guys to finish gathering information.
all right. So we're, I guess, going to collectively just. I mean, Phaedra will say, "All right, well, I think we've gotten all the information we have. We've gotten here. I mean, we can go look around for these White Road people, or we can go to that bookstore, the Owl's Nook. What do you guys think?"
We do a
Um,
little bit of both.
yeah, we could follow the people. The Owl Snook is not going to go anywhere, but the right group people might.
Mm-hmm.
True. We don't know if, where they are though. So
I mean, I'm keeping an eye on someone in white clothes, but I'm not sure if it's them.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correction. You spotted. You're following the goblins, and at a distance across the market, when the goblins filtered into the market, you spotted white robes, and they ducked down an alleyway, tried to catch up.
When
you haven't figured out where they are now.
I thought you said that I thought he switched over and that he was following.
Yeah.
them. No. Okay. He followed the hobgoblin, being carried by the goblins to a building. The goblins went into the building with the hobgoblin. The goblins came out by themselves. He decided to follow the goblins. The goblins went to the market. As he was following the goblins, off in the distance, like basically far away from the Arcane Eye, basically the edge of what the Arcane Eye can see, the Arcane Eye across a bunch of people spotted white robes disappearing down an alleyway. So he's not actually following the white robes. He's following the goblins. He just happened to spot white robes in a distance.
I thought we ended session saying that I would switch over to the white robed people.
I mean, it is a flying eye. It can probably catch up with them.
It's sort of, bird-eye's view. It's hard to hide away from that when you don't know that you have to hide away from it.
And I still told you that you don't know where they went because by the time that you switched over to go where they are, they weren't there anymore. And there was no trace of them.
I go talk to the goblins.
You aren't near the
They're
goblins,
not anywhere near us,
Ruck.
so.
You got the rest of everyone else is inside the tavern. In fact, even Vondel's inside the tavern. He just happens to be watching things on the
I
Arcane
thought we
Eye.
were leaving the tavern because I was trying to.
You guys had just left the tavern.
We had just left the tavern because Meredith stole my beer.
Yeah.
Because I'm still trying to get the taste of bug out of my mouth.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you.
I thought you were following a hobgoblin.
I was. He went. A pack of group of goblins. A duo of goblins picked them up and took them to a house. And then I decided to follow the goblins. See if they were going to do anything else.
And that's when you spotted the rogue figure.
Yeah. Then I heard you guys talking about white robes and ended up seeing people in white robes.
And this was off of the square, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it makes... Okay, so... Given the direction where you saw them, we could either go there or we can go to the house that you saw. Do you think you have enough information to guide us to both?
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten a nice bird's eye view of the whole place, so shouldn't be
Which
too
way?
hard.
Which one's closer?
Chris?
That would probably be the well, actually, they're equal distance because the house is well back in the far area, and the market you're kind of close to the market now, so basically it'd be equal distance from here.
Equal distance, but I've got my eyes still around the marketplace,
Yeah, and
looking
you see
for
the
the people in
goblins
white
still kind of
robes.
like wandering through, but you don't see any more people in white robes.
Well, I'll take the eye to go down alleyways until I do.
All right.
If that's the last I saw the white robed people doing.
Do we feel like the hobgoblins not just brought to his house?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be best to follow the robes. It's the only thing I don't know. Phaedra looks around at everybody. What do you guys think?
Well, this is honestly not the part we need to stay around at. We have to keep going.
Correct. I'm just saying which way? To the house, or do we follow the robes?
What was the thing with the hobgoblin? Looks at Vondel.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep an eye on something.
You just stalked a random person, and you think that will have something to do with our investigation?
Is it Galen Cole in disguise?
He was ugly.
He was!
Did I make him ugly?
Well, you did turn him into a snail.
Snail-ish.
Snail-ish?
Yeah.
Snail-ish.
Well, it
Snail
didn't
adjacent.
exactly work.
Snail adjacent. Oh dear.
Snaily.
Snaily. Okay.
Kale is just going to be like, well, it is probably not a bad idea to have more eyes in the sky, and he's going to tell Squeak to go on observation for white robes.
Oh, that's a good idea, Kale. Snaps fingers. We'll summon Cinder as well, and whichever direction Kale sends Squeak off in, she'll send Cinder the opposite direction.
He's just going to give Squeak a general, I don't know, like, just tell him to look for places of high activity, because you figure they're going to be hanging out if they're trying to infect people. They're going to be hanging out where there's a lot of people, so he's just going to have Squeak look for activity. Maybe in this sector, because this is where they pointed out. So if you want to take like the west half or the east half, whatever, however the sector works, I don't know what.
Yeah. I'm gonna. My eyes are better than hers, but she's more mobile. So, hun, can you come here for a second? And she motions towards Shiori.
Of course.
Oh God, Will.
Throw her into the sky.
I can cast fly on her
Like,
for you, Will.
Yeah. It's like, all right, Anya, I need you to do this.
There's no need. I put a glued a buttered up sandwich on one side on her back so she cannot fall down.
Will that helmet of flying fit on her? Can we glue that to the pet's head?
Oh God Almighty! Let me pull it up 1 second.
The little propeller hat.
Stop working.
On the cat.
Where is it? Bank and such. Hold on. Propeller helm. Let me Google. Hold on.
I would just much rather put her in
Dog
harm's
giving
way.
flight to an evil cat is the best idea.
I just really enjoy the idea of tossing a cat. Does that make me a psychopath?
No.
I
They
just
always
enjoy
live in
the
their meat.
sound. The Doppler effect, you know? Exactly.
Control F.
Drop my cat in the hole. What?
Mm.
Did I stutter?
Oh, I think it's. I feel like it just makes something levitate. It doesn't make it fly.
Hmm.
I'd have to dig through my book to find it.
It's not. I thought it was a flying hat.
Uh,
I thought it
What?
did, but maybe the propeller
propeller
helm.
helm.
I'm trying to
It
find
was
it.
a gnomish thing.
Yeah. It cost could cost a levitate.
It was only levitate. It wasn't fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darn.
So
I want a
it's
cat with a propeller helm.
just a cat
Yeah.
going straight
I
up.
mean, we can cast fly on her, and it would be straight chaos if we really wanted.
Oh,
to do it.
I'll do it.
No.
No. All right. Phaedra's gonna put a hand on Sherry's shoulder, and she'll look through Cinder's eyes. But before she actually does that, she's gonna cast invisibility on Cinder, so she can do that without being sniped or spotted or whatever.
Yeah, I might as well put invis on. I still have invis, right? I have to. Yeah, I'll put invis on Squeak as well. It's only 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
or is it 10 minutes? But yeah.
Let's see.
Visibility is regular visibility is an hour. It's
Let's
Or the
see.
greater.
No, it's just regular for me. Yeah, it's an hour. So
Okay,
that'll be
so
good.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, I might be able to do if I upcast
Actually-
invisibility. I'll just do it on both of them. That way we don't both have to waste a spell slot.
Okay, that's cool. Because actually,
I can
when-
do it on. Let's see.
Yeah, what level's your spell slot? What level's your
Fifth
casting at?
is my highest, so I
Okay.
could do it on three things.
Okay.
So I could put it on the cat, and we can make her invisible, and somebody could put fly
You
on
can
her.
do a little ground recon, or if yeah.
Although I don't know if the cat's going to report back. It's an unreliable
It is Ranya.
narrator.
It
a
is
little
Ranya.
unreliable.
That's a shame we lost the
If you call
owl.
my cat unreliable.
No, I'm calling your cat chaotic.
She's an
Yeah.
unreliable narrator. She's
Yeah,
not
no.
necessarily going to tell us. the
She's
truth
very
about what-
reliable at chaos.
Yeah, so invis on Squeak and Cinder and send them up into the air. I will look through Squeak's eyes. I will.
It's possible that there is something worth learning here. If not, to alert the scale guard of some sort of infestation in their town. But yes, I feel like we need to move on soon. But if
Agreed.
there's something we need to address here, then I would like to before moving on. But I think we need more information. Well,
Is it sort of like a weed where we might dig out the root, but if the seeds have spread, then
yeah.
it's gonna take root again.
Well, we kind of ran into that in Waterdeep, so
So yeah, so to not waste time, I'm just going to give a perception roll
yeah, I'll
for
do the same for
Squeaker. Well, I'm going to use my perception because I think mine's better than his. On at advantage,
I get
since he's
advantage with
sort of helping. Yeah.
I get advantage with Phaedra. So nice.
Actually, does Squeak get do? I don't know. I might have to do it on Squeak to get the advantage. I don't think I get advantage.
Yeah, I have advantage for my shield. That's why.
Yeah, I don't
know.
Okay, so we're gonna roll Squeaks.
So is it just
No,
Squeak?
it's advantage.
Hmm?
At least for the if you have the pseudo dragon subtype.
Yeah,
It's
but if I can't
insensitive.
use my perception at advantage
that's
to
fair.
Squeak, Squeak has to use his.
If you're-
his. I have a +6. He has a +3, but I can't get
Mm,
advantage
Yeah,
looking through his eyes.
that's fair.
So is it just Squeak and Cinder, or is Will actually summoning Rania?
No, we're
No,
not. We're not.
All right.
It was
I'm not.
amusing.
I'm not tossing the cat into the sky just yet.
Yeet!
Just yet.
Yet!
Yes.
We'll save that for later. That's plan B.
We're
Yep.
saving that for a cliff.
Oh God. So the invisible flyers go up and start zooming around, looking around. Squeak probably sees some various things. Lots of buildings with overhangs to make the alleys nice and shady, which is probably why the Arcane Eye couldn't see down the alleys very easily without getting close in, which lessens the amount of view because most of the alleys are shaded. Seeing like little birds sitting on top of them. This also makes it difficult to actually view from the sky, but you can see a good view of the market and the bigger streets. Like, looking around and just viewing things. Getting down close enough to actually see individual clothing colors. Squeak doesn't seem anything really of interest. Cinder... Well, Cinder doesn't directly see anything. She is just getting this, like, a whiff of something that just is... she's probably close enough to smell that flower that you guys had recovered from the, from the one drow woman. Would that be accurate?
I don't believe she was summoned, but I mean...
No, I mean, didn't you, like, hold on to the sample of it? Or what did you...
Will had it.
Okay,
Will had it,
Will
right?
had it.
I don't want to
What?
speak for him. Did you take the flower after we knocked the drow out?
Oh, that. What?
Did you pick it up?
Knocked the drow out.
Oh, you didn't knock the drow out. It fell out of the drow's hair.
After we knocked the drow out of what mind manipulation was going on from the Tarston. Sorry, I did not use my full sentence.
After we healed the
Yeah.
drow and the party
Sorry.
around the table.
Sorry. Healed the
I didn't
drow.
hit her that hard with the void stone.
Yeah.
I
The-
did
the-
not
the
use
fake
the
flower.
right words. Apologies.
I'm a stickler for words.
Sorry.
Yes, I have the flower still,
Okay.
as it is a unnatural flower that we have as a piece of evidence or clue.
All right.
Okay.
So I
then
imagine
yes.
then that you would have probably allowed Cinder to at least sniff it.
Sure.
Well, she doesn't see anything. She does pick up on the faint scent of that flower.
She will follow the scent.
And she follows away from the market and starts heading towards the direction of where Vondel might have indicated the house that the hobgoblin was brought to.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good.
And eventually is perched outside of it, probably up in the overhangs that keep places shady.
Yeah, she's going to, since she can only see through the eyes and she can't hear anything, but she can still talk, she's going to say, Cinder's perched up at that house. I believe you described Vondel with the hobgoblin. Somebody grab Kale while he's doing surveillance with Squeak, but I feel like we should head that way. She's smelling the flowers that drow had. I'm gonna keep looking through her eyes though to watch to see if anybody comes or goes while we're on the way.
See, it was a good idea to follow that random person.
That's fair. You know what? Sturhall's gonna just not like he's trying to get Kale's attention, but like he's guiding Kale. He's giving Kale getting that sense of being guided.
He'd go along with it. He's probably used to it.
Yeah. I mean,
Being
he can't
blind
see or hear, so he's like,
Yeah,
okay, what's
yeah.
going on
He
now?
trusts you guys enough to not
Yeah.
shove him in a pit or something.
And Fader will just keep a hand on Shiori's shoulder.
no, guide her.
I mean,
We they call those investigators.
well, yeah, really. I mean, I'm thinking like DVD checking out all the profiles and everything. Yeah, he really is.
I mean, drones.
Oh god. Don't give him ideas.
Don't give him ideas.
Isn't that basically the propeller cat we just talked about earlier?
Yeah, pretty much.
Put a propeller head on a cat. There you go. You got a drone. Give it a little GoPro.
I kind of want to give Rania the hat now. And just have it.
We
Even
need
if
to
she
glue it
can't
to
use
her.
it. Yeah, even if she can't use it, but I would just.
I'm now
like
just
little-
picturing the face any cat gives you when you put clothes on them.
the little.
Like, why? Human.
Oh my god! I just looked at. On
you
the
just
road.
look-
I just saw the thing. Oh god.
Damn it.
Oh, the cat.
Thing is
man.
so creepy.
It is. It is. All right, we head to the house.
All right. By the way, Urk, are you still in the tavern, or did you leave and follow the rest of your party? 'Cause you are-
I probably stopped playing music and left with the party.
All right. You also ended up getting tipped about 2 gold. Anyway, so the group of you start heading down the alleys, in the direction the western part of Far Edge, which is the western district in the first place, and find yourself looking at a house or building, most likely some sort of residence. It seems to be in a corner, the area where the street turns into a corner, kind of like a rounded corner. It doesn't seem to have anything much on the front except for the stairs up into the building. But from size and dimensions, and if Cinder is flying around a bit, Cinder would notice at least that there is an interior courtyard with various looks like olive trees and vines. With those various flowers inside.
All right. So Phaedra will relay that to the group. Some sort of courtyard covered in those flowers. But we also discern that the magic wasn't coming from the flowers, but from the infection from the individual. But I'm still kind of unsure. I'm going to send her to look in the courtyard. But before descending into the courtyard, since I am using Phaedra's eyes to look through Cinder, she should be able to use her magic eyes. So she is going to hover about 30 feet from the ground. Actually, yeah. Well, I guess let's make it 20 so she can actually see anything in a radius 10 feet out. And I want to see if there's anything magical pinging in the courtyard.
Nope, nothing magical pinging in the courtyard.
She will go down another 10 feet.
You getting close to the trees then?
How close are the trees from the ground?
Well, I think the building is maybe 20 feet tall to begin with.
Okay.
The trees are no taller than 15.
Okay. Then she will descend to 25 and remain 10 feet away from the trees.
Okay.
Magic eyes go 30.
All right. Still don't see anything. You don't see anything, but one of the vines suddenly whips out right towards the dragon. And I imagine that does not meet her AC. It attempts to grab her.
No, and it would be at disadvantage as well. She's invisible.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she's invisible. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So yeah, ignore that.
Okay.
Instead, what you see is a bird. The Cinder would observe a bird, flapping down and suddenly being snagged by a vine.
Oh,
Yeah. Does Phaedra recognize it as a Tarston vine?
Doesn't actually look quite like a Tarston vine. It looks like something else in the Plant Kingdom.
Would it be
Nature
a
check.
vine? Well, she was in Chult for a while and knows the fucking vines that would choke her all the time. Is it one of those?
What was the name of the vines in Chult? I'm forgetting at the moment.
Fucking climbing. No, not a climbing vine. Hold on. Help me out, y'all.
never been in
I haven't
Bristol.
been the.
Fine, I'll pull up my Tomb of Annihilation because I
Don't
feel
lie.
like this wouldn't be in nature. In all honesty, she
Murder
was in
Well,
Chult for
if you
years.
okay, if you think you know what that is, then you can relay that to the group because that's fine. It's
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if she'd encountered this before or not.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, she was stationed in Chult for a year before she met the group. So yeah, and she did many. She would have known this. Yeah, so she's going
Assassin
to.
vines?
Yes, thank you, Assassin
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would recognize that as an assassin vine, not a Tarston vine.
Yep.
Tarston
Okay.
vines are always growing out of the crystals, whereas this is vines that look normal, like normal vines wrapped around trees.
Yeah.
But as soon as things get close, they start animating.
Yeah, you just hear Phaedra go, "No, no, no, honey, come back." And she'll get Cinder to come back, and she'll shake her way out of it. Kale, and kind of like shake Kale. I know he can't hear, but
Yeah,
Kale?
he'd snap out of it if you did a sudden movement on him.
Yeah. Okay, so some sort of assassin vines in the courtyard. There's a central courtyard with some olive trees down there, but yeah, if we go in that way, we're going to deal with that. And those can be a little problematic if you're not strong.
Well, can't Will just talk to them or something?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's an idea. I've never really been around anybody to reason with a vine.
I mean, he seems to really like plants. Or
he does like plants.
You're talking shit about me.
No, we're not talking shit about you.
We are recognizing one of your talents, Mr. Gnome.
Yes.
Yes.
Dealing with some assassin vines in the courtyard. You think they'd be up for a conversation, or should we even really fuck with it? What do you think?
Are you sure we have to go through the courtyard? I mean,
No. Aminette will speak. I mean, there's a back door somewhere. I can go try to find it.
I'm pretty sure I could get through there without any problem. If they noticed me.
Okay. Do you want anything, or
I mean, what else am I good for?
for a lot of things, Will?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Accept it.
Who else is going to do snarky comebacks?
Thank you.
I can head in.
Do you want somebody to go with you?
I mean, what's on here? We need to investigate this place. This is where they're procuring the flowers.
Yeah, some sort of well, the flowers didn't have like a magical essence. we figured out by touch that they were infecting people. So the concentration of flowers here, there are more people here too.
Connected to the ones dealing with this might have an indication of where we could go.
Yeah. Would you like me to go in and purify the place?
What do you mean by purify first? She says with a smile.
Well, I didn't consider by fire, if that was your thinking. But I mean, I could go through with the people as I did in the tavern.
I mean, that's an option.
I'll also see if I can just walk in, open the front door, and let you in.
That's an idea too.
So I'll go through Courtyard, see if there's an entrance through there, and then I'll head to the front door.
Okay, do you wanna ride in there? Cinder could take you.
I mean, we can give him spider climb.
Oh,
that's true. I forgot about that.
I can spider climb naturally too, but I can't give it to him. Unless he wants to become a Dhampir.
It's in the hammer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or you can.
Oh, that's right. We did put it in the
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm.
Oh
I
dear.
mean, if you want to give him your spider climb, just take your hands and your feet.
Yeah, here you want my.
ew.
You can grow them back, right?
Scroll them back. Just chop them right off.
Yeah. Did you take regenerate or whatever that spell is? Do you
Oh,
have
dear
that
God.
prepped?
We'll just have Kale become Viren 2.0.
Oh man. Oh man.
You guys got to
1.5?
do all the hard stuff while I don't have hands. Come on.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, we have spider climb in that magic tool, and I can
Yeah.
cast spider climb, and I can also turn myself into a spider, and
And
yeah,
climb.
we have options.
Let's do the
We have like
hammers.
10 charges of the hammer.
Yeah, let's use the hammer. That Vondel prepared. Save your magic, Will.
Mhm.
In case you need to turn into something.
Cleanse the place.
fucky- Oh, right. Just make sure there's no innocence in there if that happens, please.
Sure,
And be safe.
sure. So Moon gets a bonk.
The bonk.
Le bonk.
Will
Le
can
bon.
now climb things easily.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure if Will is gonna use this cloak on this, honestly. Seems beneath him. So he's just gonna go with, he's gonna concentrate on the passive auto trace instead. And
Alright.
stealth,
Stealth
up to the
roll.
building. Stealth up to the building and just climb this side of it and go into the courtyard.
Yeah, you guys aren't
Yeah.
even sure if where Will is. It's like you just look away after giving him the hammer, and he's gone. And you look around, you can't see where he went.
You hit
That's
him,
Will for ya.
he vanished.
Yeah, yeah. Technically, if it did damage, I could just turn invisible from that. No.
Whack-a-no.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Will just basically walks up the wall, over the roof, down into the courtyard.
While he's doing that, I want to have Squeak just circle above us and keep an eye out for anybody that might be on approach. Like, because we're kind of standing around outside this house looking conspicuous, right? Or are we trying to stay low, like lay low?
Like, yeah, I was thinking the same kind of thing. Like, do we want to slink into an alley or somewhere?
Or
nearby?
do we want to like not look conspicuous? Maybe just like act like we're carousing or something, like, you know. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
can
look
we-
like we're standing out this side this house
Yeah.
waiting for our gnome to break in?
Exactly.
You don't
Exactly.
Look like you don't want to look like you're casing.
Like,
the
is
joint.
there Is there like can we window shop? Like, what's around? Like,
Yeah, is this a residential area? Is there like maybe like a little like
This
benches
is-
or something we could just lounge on and look like we're being miscreant? You know, not
Yeah,
being
this-
miscreants. I don't know.
Yeah, this appears to be a mostly densely packed residential area, maybe with tiny businesses, like maybe like little tiny workshops, like for the solo business person sort. But you don't see any benches. It looks like every space in the area has been used up, and but then, of course there might be other like houses with like, old courtyards and stuff, but it's hard to tell.
even if it's densely populated, there has to be an alley somewhere. It can't be
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah,
So-
there are alleyways. There's just no benches, unfortunately.
Oh, I don't see anything.
Fader will do the thing. One sec. That's Phaedra though. And we'll find a place that we can just kind of like just chill and just not be like what Turtle said, standing.
Does anybody have any like dice so it can just look like we're gambling in an alley or something? Like you know.
Phaedra does, I believe. She's got some. I believe she has a dice set. Yep.
Gonna play
Like,
3
yeah,
Dragon Age
Leftover
in the
from
alleyway,
Jolt.
huh?
You know, we could just look like we're like, standing around in a circle watching people gamble or something. Like, kind of, I don't know.
Yep, people do that all the time.
Not being sketchy
There we
at
go.
all.
That's Phaedra rolling dice for you.
Mondo's just gonna look like he's fixing his robot.
That's
You,
good.
you
He
just
is
start
doing-
impromptu playing D&D on the street.
Yeah.
He is doing Inception. Roll for
I
initiative.
tell my level 1 intern that he needs to.
Oh my god. Officers and
we-
bosses.
We'd be playing, offices and bosses, like, but, yeah. God,
Completely.
hello from the
unrealistic.
Magic Tavern.
Do you have a floor plan for this subsection of the office? Is this the IT area?
I'm going to go into the supply closet and start looting pens.
Oh God.
Ah.
What the fuck?
I rolled to steal office supplies.
Yeah.
What
I
is
would've
this
rolled
from?
Hello from the Magic Tavern.
Oh, I
It's a
haven't seen that.
podcast, and they
Oh,
have
okay.
it's like an improv silly fantasy.
Mhm.
But they have a spin-off that they do that's Offices and Bosses,
Nice.
where
What?
they actually like play like fake.
Mhm.
It's pretty
It's
funny.
actually called that.
It is.
I didn't know.
Yes.
I just thought of it on the spot.
No. It's a podcast. It's by the
That's
guys
funny.
that do a bunch of the Jackbox games.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense now.
Hmm.
Like if you listen to it, you will recognize some of the voices.
Okay.
But yeah, it's very silly
Okay.
and a little raunchy and irreverent, but
Oh, I'm down with that.
Best ones often are. Alright. So, while you guys are off pretending to gamble or play Offices and Bosses, probably a game that Kale knows because, well, he spent some time in Imlorn and picked up a lot of the pop
he
culture
knows
there.
about stealing office supplies, I'm sure.
Yes, and there's that.
Okay.
Possibly one of the other reasons he got sent to far away. But anyway. Anyway, the gnome makes it over the side and sees all of the vines that seem to be, even though you've seen assassin vines before, but this variety seems to have those unusual flowers on them.
Oh, they do have flowers.
Yes, and that appears to be where it's coming from, and they do have a rather nice smell. Echo. Okay.
Yeah, it's echoing through Shuttle again for some reason.
Sorry, Shuttle. Will please give me a con save.
No.
I'm sorry. Is it poison? Is it disease? Is it magic?
could technically be considered a poison. Are you immune to poison?
Yes.
Excellent. So you smell you're detecting some sort of odor coming from the pollen that, like, from a single frond probably smells nice. For multiple, if
Is
anyone
that cyanide?
anyone else in your party,
Pollen.
if they had managed to get down here, like maybe being grabbed in by the vines, they would probably be unconscious at this point. Unless they have very
At
strong
this
constitution.
point?
Maybe the dwarves would still be awake because they're resistant to poison, and such. But the others would probably, from the amount of pollen in the area from the flowers, would probably be dropping unconscious. You've got that sense.
All right. And none of the plants notice me as I walk amongst them, because that is what I would do.
Yeah, they
Will
don't.
would do.
The vines are not being triggered by you, no. So they don't appear to notice you. Yeah, Kale would be fine too because he doesn't breathe. the good thing about being.
We're just gonna just investigate the plants, considering the flowers that were not natural. He wants to investigate whether or not these plants are actually growing or if they are in some other capability created.
Give me a nature or arcana check.
+1 or +13. What to choose? What to choose?
Choose +1.
All right. Because these, you notice the flowers, while looking a certain way, didn't have specific sex characteristics. At least not the one that you had, and yet they are producing pollen. There is definitely something very wrong here. These are not naturally occurring things. These are probably things that, somebody grafted together several species, maybe hybridized or turning them into chimera, things that could not have possibly been grafted together naturally. I don't know if there's a particular word for that. But it would be the same process as making owl bears originally.
Are they grown still? Are they tended to? Can I
Yes.
look at it?
It looks like they're being tended to. They don't have any visible, pieces that would produce the pollen, but there's definitely pollen in the air from these things. It looks like they've been engineered specifically to grow and create whatever this pollen that just from floating in the air can knock people out. At a concentration.
Is this one continuous plant, or is because you said there are vines, and vines usually grow from?
Yeah, it looks like
bigger.
at least every tree has at least one single vine wrapped around it. Well, it's technically several vines, but you wouldn't imagine that all of them belong to one plant. And each of the vines is, at the lower bases is covered in flowers, and the upper bases clearly grab things and pull them in.
And how many trees are there?
Let's see. In a courtyard like this, there are at least 8.
8 trees.
Mm-hmm. Looks like these courtyards probably exist just so that plants can be grown in them. Intended to.
5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, well. We'll consider this for a moment that he has enough spell slots to destroy all the trees with blight. If he were to choose to do so. He is then going to look around for an entrance.
You see 4 of them. There's one that would lead you the same direction as, where you're pretty sure the front door that you guys came across would be, and then there's basically one on each, because it's square, one on each side.
So he will head towards where the front entrance is.
Okay. Being At this point, since you climbed down, I'd like you to give me a new going on new material, a new stealth check, please.
Sure thing. Allow me to just apply the bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Little
you
bit better.
leave no footprints, you make no sound. Even whatever scent you carry with you seems to be concealed within your body and not drifting anywhere.
I imagine also that these flowers might hide that.
Yes, possibly. But you get inside, and you appear to be heading towards a vestibule. In addition to the way back towards the courtyard, there appears to be the front door and a set of stairs going up and passages left and right.
How many stories were this building?
You noticed at least 2. Like, basically 10-foot ceilings.
I noticed 2, but there could be a third hidden story that I missed.
There could be
be a
a
basement.
basement.
Okay.
But from
alright.
the height of 20 feet and the fact that that ceiling seems to be, 9-10 feet up, it's most likely that each story is about 10 feet.
Alright.
Or 9, given the, material needed to add floors and ceilings and whatnot, maybe, or 8 at the least, but...
We will walk over and investigate the front door. Is it locked from the inside? Barred? Does it have some kind of an alarm to it? A bell?
It is locked, and there appears to be a pull bell on this side. It's like you get to the door, you pull the bell from the other side, and it would ring in here.
Well, you mean like you ring the bell from the outside and then someone would
Yes.
come and open it?
Yeah, you basically there's a pull cord at the door on the other side, and somebody would
Sure.
come and open it.
But interacting with the door wouldn't ring the bell.
Correct. It's not a shop door type thing.
Will opens the door.
All right.
Like
Perception.
unlocks the door and opens it. Like pushes it out.
Okay, perception check.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Passes of 25. Okay, but yeah, I roll. I do ask for it. 27.
Yeah, you look around for a moment and spot your party off in an alleyway playing with dice. And one of them seems to be gestating in the air wildly and saying something that you think says pens.
Will is just looking in that direction and he just leaves the door open.
Yeah,
who
Aminette
has high
snaps.
passive perception? Aminette would notice that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and she's also been scrying on him. She'll be like, hey, y'all.
Yes.
Door's open.
I was just about to make my photocopies.
Still don't know what you're doing.
Roll to understand copy machine.
I almost got the paper on jam, guys. Come on.
Meredith,
What is this game?
Meredith puts away her writing material and her own dice, going, "Aw."
All right, let's go.
Watch this.
Will is just
Are we just going to waltz in there?
Fuck no, we're gonna try to be quiet, but we need to
Okay.
get close to Will.
Okay.
And stealthy.
All right.
Don't-
So
don't
do I
go in
do
a
a
large
stealth
group.
check up to the door?
I mean
Well, I'll go invisible so I get advantage
Will
because I got my
okay.
magic invisible. And then
That's what we're doing.
Did you see anything, Will?
Don't forget +10 when you're next to Will. So yeah, 28.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is what I wanted to infer. +10 when you come
Yeah.
close to me.
Fader's gonna cast invisibility on herself to give her a straight roll.
Yeah, and I feel like we're going like one at a time, not like the whole group.
I'll go last because I will clinkety clankety the whole way.
yeah, I'm gonna do my invisible. Use my warlock thing that lets me keep casting invisible.
I'm just gonna put.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
that is
Uh,
indeed a roll.
Quietest
That
you've
is
ever
indeed
heard
a
Phaedra.
roll.
has everyone rolled except for me?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go as last. Da.
I mean, Urquhart.
Boy, I'm so
Eric
stealthy.
rolled
21.
21.
Not bad.
26.
I mean, 21's pretty good.
Yeah.
Decent.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not because of me, it's because of
Decent.
someone else.
Yeah. Jesse also got a good roll.
26.
No, Will is just standing kind of by the door, just watching everyone come through one at a time, basically. And then I imagine, who was it that asked him a question?
Phaedra.
Yeah,
What
Phaedra.
did you
Yeah.
see anything? Anything we should know?
Stay out of the courtyard.
Something there?
Well,
More
the
than
plants would
vines?
the spores or the pollen produced by the plants would probably knock you on your ass.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if it would work, but whenever we used to do different scouting missions in Chult, we'd sometimes bring torches. Pollen is very flammable. You can kind of maybe clear away with a torch.
Oh,
If we
you
have
want
to
to
go through-
you want to burn down the place? God, okay.
No, I didn't say that. I was just saying.
Maybe
it's
not
I mean,
until we
that's a good
leave.
idea.
I mean,
Well, we
you
can't-
did say torch it.
I didn't say to. I said use it. I feel like she's
You're-
invisible too.
Dory's just gonna listen around for any movement in the house while they're arguing invisible.
Yeah, we'll kind of notice it that and just go, I haven't seen anyone else yet, but I have only explored the courtyard and this vestige.
Okay.
Should we check upstairs?
Let's see. Aminet's passive perception, again, is pretty high, as is Will's, correct?
Yeah, 25.
30.
Okay, so you can see past the doors that you came in from the courtyard, which are glass doors, unlocked, and you notice that a couple of masked, robed figures are currently heading into the courtyard from the farthest doorway, from the vestibule, that appear to be going to work in the garden.
Aminette is going to very quietly and silently shut the door once everybody's in, and she's going to be like, "We've got company," and point towards the glass door. Two people out in the courtyard.
Do you want to circle around outside the courtyard? Or go
Yes.
Are the people in the courtyard wearing the white hooded outfits?
Yes, and with masks that appear to be keeping them safe from the pollen.
Got it.
I'll follow your lead.
Let's go around the edge. And then maybe we can... I don't know. Let's see what we deal with.
Is there a way to kind of like loop around to inside to get to where they were? Or potentially get to where they were? Or do we like?
You don't know. What you see from here is you see the door back out, the door to the courtyard, stairs going up, and passageways right and left from the door you're came from.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
we also had an aerial view of the building that was described. Is this like a Greek or Roman style building where there's like a
Yes.
courtyard in the middle and it's a square? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was. I thought I made that clear. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
So we can
Okay.
just
Square building
either go
is where
left or
you're
right, and we could
Yeah.
circle
We
around.
can go around the edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to go left or right? Which way first?
Honestly, here. Odds left, evens right.
Just do, yeah. We're going to the right.
Oh, I thought we were splitting the party. I thought you were sending the other people left and the even more.
No, no, sir. We go to the right and we make our way around quietly, looking for information and people and other things, and not alerting the two in the courtyard.
Okay. You head off to the right, and find yourself in what looks like a parlor. There we go.
Parlor?
Parlor.
Room with a few sofas, and whatnot, but otherwise fairly plain. Just good seating areas. On one of the couches, seemingly fast asleep, is that same hobgoblin you saw fall unconscious outside of the the tavern. Sorry, I don't know why words are going away from me today.
Kel just like leaning. Is he to Phaedra? Is he infected?
Phaedra would notice there is the very beginnings of an infection inside of him from the Tarstone crystal.
She nods. Just at the beginning stages, but yes.
Is the gnome in the room so he can boop him? I could never tell.
I mean, no one really can.
How far away was this individual?
He's on the couch.
Sleeping?
Passed-
Reading?
yeah.
What was he doing?
Passed out on the couch.
Yep, just touch the voice stone to him without him noticing that I'm there.
Yeah, while he might not notice you, he does start to stir a bit as the infection is forced out of him, curing him.
Does it also sober him up? Because wasn't he drunk, or does it only do one effect at a time?
It's greater restoration. Let's see. I
It
know
does
lesser
one
restoration
effect at
only
a
does one
time.
yeah.
Yeah, but
It
Will
just
can
does
just
more than-
continuously smacking him in
And
the
there's
forehead
that.
with it.
So yeah, with Will doing that, he's cured of all things that are basically rendering him unconscious, and he starts blinking and groaning.
Amunet holds up a finger to her mouth in the shushing motion and just shakes her head.
What do you guys do
And
as this guy's waking up?
She'll communicate telepathically with her with using the crystal ball.
With
Don't
who?
say anything. With the hobgoblin.
Okay.
Don't say anything. Do you remember anything that happened?
What? Where am I?
Don't panic. You've been kidnapped by a cult.
She's not gonna say that.
What?
Fuck.
You need to leave. Go out this room. There's a door outside. Leave quietly.
Someone put something in my drink. God damn it.
She just nods.
He slowly sits up and opens his eyes and starts looking around.
Yeah,
You guys all hide in the corners, or any of you kind of allowing yourself to be seen by this guy?
I mean, I'm invisible.
Vader's invisible. Amunet standing in front of him.
I think
Kind of
Shuri
looks-
is taking cue from Eminette because she's not hiding and is probably just motioning to toward the front door.
Yeah.
He kind of this kind of stares at you for a moment.
Did they say anything to you? Amunet will ask.
And he kind of shakes his head. No. Fuck. What a week.
Nothing about the Church of the Union or anything.
That would make sense. Kind of rubs the back of his head and looks around and kind of grabs it aside for a moment, as if he is used to having a weapon there, and he looks down and it's like, ugh. And he has this kind of defeated expression on his face. Tiamat roast this place. Mutters.
What do you say?
He basically a common in this area curse, like may Tiamat roast this place, kind of like saying
Oh,
go to
okay.
hell.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not safe here.
I'll lean in behind him, invisible, and just be like, "You should get out while you can."
Go out the room. To the left, there's the front door. Close it quietly behind you. Walk about 100 paces forward, and to the right, there's an alleyway. If you want to wait there for us, we'll be done hopefully soon.
He basically says, "You should leave too. I'll go get the guard. They'll be able to take care of this place."
We need to investigate. Yeah, go for
We've
it.
been sent to deal with this by Tiamat herself.
You have? And he kind of looks around. So who's got the thing that they can?
Yeah, Kale is standing behind him. He'll just take it off and like, I guess it goes visible and just like sort of dangle it in his face, like from over his head.
He kind of like stops and nods. Okay. I guess not the
Should-
Skeld guard right now.
Should we
Although
wait?
having guards to clean it up afterwards would be good.
Agreed.
Ye-
We'll deal with this here, but should
Have
we
them
alert
surround the place.
guard?
Don't let anyone escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Then, if you want to do that, do, and we will just let them know not to kill us if we leave, because we're not the bad guys here.
Well, since I don't know how many of you are, you appear to be invisible or hiding. I can only see like one or two of you. Like looks around quickly. Yeah, I don't know who to tell them.
Well, everybody here, and then a very scary looking dwarf and a very dapper looking high elf. And we'll describe Phaedra and
nobody
Kale.
better to mention. Okay, so I almost mentioned that. Okay, yeah. All right. I guess I can tell them that.
Be
At
safe.
the very least, we have that symbol to prove that's us as well.
Mm-hmm.
He nods. And starts heading back towards the front.
Close the door behind you.
Which she does. Then he's outside the building.
Sweet. All right.
Hey, rescue success.
Anything else other than a fucked up hobgoblin in this room?
No.
More fuckery is afoot.
Yep. All right, we keep going to the right.
All right. So you continue around the exterior of the building and discover what appears to be a decent-sized kitchen room. There's pots and pans. There's something boiling on a stove. Some preparation work half done on a table, but nobody's currently here.
What's boiling? I'm curious. Is it like stew?
You go over and look in the pots, and it appears to be flowers.
Oh.
The hobgoblin did say they put something in his drink.
Yeah.
Are they making flower roofies?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Amanet's gonna take a sample of that.
Yeah, I want a sample too.
Yep.
I want to taste it.
Well, I was tempted to do something if it was food, but I will take a sample instead.
The two
Ah,
people
yes.
with alchemist tools.
Yeah.
Jumping
That
at
won't go poorly.
Well, I mean, depending, it could come in handy. You never know.
Oh, I agree. I definitely agree.
So yeah, Amunet takes a sample, and she does have vials, and she will do that.
It won't backfire at all like the purple worm poison.
What are you talking about? I still have that. There's
I
a
know.
lot of shit.
That wasn't you. That was someone
Oh, yeah,
else.
that is true.
But
That was
That'd
was
backfire
Kurt
real
not
quick.
realizing it was purple worm poison.
Mhm.
yeah.
So, how do you imagine the gardeners are avoiding the pollen? Do you think they
They had on masks.
think it's the masks?
I think so too. I wonder if there's more.
Yeah. It would be, yeah. Keep an eye out for them.
Because we would need to.
I would imagine maybe there's a room adjacent to one of the doors. If somebody was going to go work out in the courtyard, that would be easy access to something like that.
Mm-hmm. We would need at least 7 masks?
I don't need to breathe. I'm fine.
Yeah, I think you and Will are fine.
I'm immune to disease.
I think
not
the
poison.
monk might be immune to poison too. He jerks a finger at Meredith.
Should
Yeah, that would lower that down.
Not that you were including her, anyway.
depends on what level she is, but yeah, I think it's like
I think there were. Oh well, no, that was because we had the hero's feast. That she
no.
didn't have to
I
worry about
had
the
to
poison
get
in
a
that
new.
mine.
Yeah, no, I had to get a new insanity for Lograth because she became immune to poison and couldn't get drunk anymore. So I know it's a thing for monks. It just
Yeah,
depends what level
but-
Meredith is.
The only problem is, I believe that is level 10 monk, and Meredith is only a level, 8 monk, because she's also a sorceress.
Let's somebody look that up.
5, 6.
I just looked up. I don't see immune to poison on her sheet.
Yeah, I believe it's like level 10.
Okay. I just don't want to give somebody a handicap if they have some bullshit that they can utilize
Yeah.
that we're not utilizing and wasting resources.
I mean, so here's the thing: if it's the pollen,
yeah.
just a wind spell could cause us to, be in that area.
So I thought about that, and if you think about the dynamic of blowing like small fine particles, you might actually kick it up more. That's why I had Phaedra look up the fire, because pollen is highly flammable.
Hmm.
And if
But,
you
like,
basically
it's
kind
like-
of like flash burn it, it will kill off a good chunk.
Yeah, but you gotta watch because, like, if it's like corn silo, like powder flammable, like, have you ever seen the corn silos explode because of the powder and a spark?
No, but I can imagine it now.
Yeah,
that you say
that's
that.
like, yeah.
I didn't realize that was the thing. Yeah, I don't know. If we have mass, that's the best way to go. We could try wind, but yeah, I don't know. I think we should keep going around the outside, for now.
Mm-hmm. See if we
And-
can find. And as we are being quiet, and I imagine it is what I was saying. They were also keeping a fucking ear out for any motion before we just enter a room.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got people with really high perception in the group.
Oh yeah. That is also my character really fucking paranoid at the moment.
Will could walk into a room with his eyes closed and still have a passive perception of 20.
He knows where things are in the room.
Actually, no. Will's passive perception is actually also 30 because he has advantage.
Nice. Yeah, Ominette and Will are kind of broken in that aspect.
Yes.
Okay, so we're in the kitchen. We've taken a sample of that. Is there anything else in this kitchen? Like, I'm trying to think. Like,
Alcohol, tea. That's what I'm interested in.
yeah.
Well, there appears to be the standard, food stuff supplies. A sack of grain, some potatoes, some onions, carrots, parsnips, maybe some turnips. Little bits of things, maybe some sausage.
All right. Yeah.
Flour and
is there a-
salt and
Is there a
carafe of water.
trapdoor underneath the bags of shit? I'm curious. Ominette's curious.
Roll investigation.
Passive 31, but I will roll it.
Passive's not going to help with that one. It's investigation roll for that.
Her passive is 31. for investigation.
Oh,
Her
passive
passive
31.
perception
Wow.
is 30. But I will roll investigation for you. No, you're fine.
Nothing gets by that girl.
Nope.
Yeah, nope. That's probably nothing here.
Okay. That just screamed for a trapdoor for me. Or for her
That's
at
fair.
least. Yep.
Looking for a root cellar. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, no evidence of a root cellar from this room.
All right.
I don't want to dump the pot of stuff, but I also want to leave it here
Yeah.
as I want to leave it here as evidence, though, for the guard.
Yeah.
I was tempted as well. Phaedra was thinking about it. Like, I want to destroy this shit. All right, we keep going.
Keep thinking that I could do the same to the people out in the courtyard, but I don't know how the plants would react if they started moving in an odd way.
Doing what to the people outside?
Greater restoration.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
what's
might-
keeping the plants from attacking them? Are they just moving in a certain way?
There might be... how to say... linked?
Because of the... I mean, I see where you're going, Will. I could see that. Like, either by infection or something. Or controlled.
I just rather wait until they're out of there before I do something, because who knows? Maybe the plants just would react to sudden movements, and you never know how they would react.
Yeah.
You hear the sounds of somebody off to the way you came, coming down the stairs.
Someone's coming.
Yeah, Kel, gonna press up against the wall if we aren't leaving this room.
Are they coming our way? Does it sound like that, or...?
You hear them coming down the stairs. They head into the living room, and you suddenly hear them stop, and you hear a voice mutter, which you hear translated as, "Where did he go? He couldn't have just gotten up on his own and left." It appears to be a woman's voice. Another woman's voice answers, "I don't know. Maybe he sobered up and just wandered off." And
Anybody
first
gonna
woman sighs,
position?
and you hear her say, "But we just prepared a nice bed for him. The others would have been so happy to meet a new brother."
There's more.
Will is just standing in the middle of the room. He's confident in himself.
Wasn't it like a 43? Something ridiculous? Yeah.
He's basically just like barely behind a box of napkins.
His stealth is at this point where people will walk into a room, and it's not because he is invisible or unseeable. There's something in their brains that just refuses to acknowledge his existence as being there. So he could stand in the middle of the room and not be noticed.
He's just a cursed garden gnome. Like you just can't acknowledge its existence,
Yes.
or it'll get you.
Or like he's under somebody else's problem field.
Yeah, Amanette is going to get in a position
Footsteps
where...
start heading right here towards the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm on one side of the
Yeah.
door. Sherry's on the
Yeah.
other. I'm going to if they come through the door, I'm going to grab the second one that comes through.
Yeah.
Alright.
Daryl's gonna be right next
Maybe
to you.
chew on him a little.
Amanette's going to pull out her crossbows and load.
I'll be ready to like step in front after they take out the two guys to like
At-
block the door.
At the back, see woman in a white robe walks into the kitchen. What do you guys do?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the second one.
You don't see a second one coming, just one.
Just one.
You hear footsteps also going away. It sounds like the other one's heading back towards the stairs.
Oh, do we want to try to grapple her and
You don't have time to
I'm-
talk. You don't have time to talk to each other at this point. She's in the kitchen. She's
Just-
about
let's
to
just
see you.
go. Let's
I'm
just
just gonna
go.
grab her.
Instinct.
I'm just gonna grab her and try to
All right, grapple
Yeah.
check.
strength.
I will.
Straight
I will
strength.
assist with putting a blade.
Athletics,
blade at her.
yes.
So advantage athletics.
Yes, because she doesn't see you. You hear her squeak as you grab her.
I'm gonna put a blade and be like, no talking.
Ominet's
my
just
word.
keeping crossbows at the ready.
Maybe
No
we should
talking.
get her
My
some.
word,
Are you
dice.
here to rob the place? Please, you can take whatever you want.
Quiet. Looks over at Phaedra.
So
You
she
sense
is
anything
lightly
on her?
she is lightly infected. Yes.
Light infection.
And Will moves over and taps her multiple times on the knee
Yep.
with the
Ow!
void stone.
Oh, what are you doing? Please.
Nothing.
The infection clears up, but she still doesn't seem to either notice or care. She is just still in the same state of fright, seeing all these strange people with weapons that have a hold of her in the kitchen.
Phaedra walks up. Calm down. We're not here to hurt you.
I'm gonna pull the blade away and now watch in the doorway.
She just has wide, frightened cat eyes.
Your
Maybe we
mind
should
is
give her
not-
some
do-
of that
what do
stuff
you
on the
want?
stove.
Give her the. Oh.
That'll quiet her up until we can finish what we need to do. It's not like we can let her go.
This is for your own good.
No-
Ominet's gonna pull out the sample and she's going to.
She starts to struggle.
Yeah, well, she's still grappled.
Yeah.
She is wiggling, but she's not getting anywhere because Kale has her held
Yeah.
tight. But she is now she is now wriggling.
This is for your own good. Ominet's going to pour the sample down her throat.
And somebody else, Kale is restraining her, so somebody else is gonna need to force her mouth open.
Who else drunk?
Phaedra, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna get punished for this. But anyway, yeah, Phaedra will be like, it's for your own good, and she will help.
You're gonna need to make a strength roll. Sorry. All right. So you grab her, you hold her mouth open, and Immunet pours the liquid down, as the woman is like squealing and thrashing desperately. She immediately drops to the floor, going slack in Kale's grip.
I'm
Frothing at the
gonna.
mouth.
Well, did we overdose her?
It's fine.
Will taps her with the void stone.
No.
It's gonna wake her right back up.
Sadly, it doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, she's dead.
Oh shit, that's not what we thought it was.
Oh boy. Not
Guys,
at all
give
what
me
we
a-
thought it was.
Give me a second. Beep, beep. Guys, we overdid it.
What the no?
You guys owe me 300 gold.
Alright. Let's just
300.
gag. What are we gonna do with her? We could gag her and take her out to the alley?
She gasps as she's revived, and her eyes are just wild, and she looks like she's about to scream.
Hale's just like, what is that stuff?
But Will taps her with the void stone really hard on the forehead.
Like, so hard she goes to sleep.
It's medicine, but it in such high concentrations, it's fatal. Like any medicine, really. She coughs and just vomits on the floor. Anything else that was in there, thanks to the spell work.
But if I just finish her?
Ominet's gonna
No,
refill her
no.
sample.
you refill the sample.
Yeah.
We,
We have 2 dangerous samples now.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any rope? I don't have any rope for some reason.
I feel like we have some in the bag of holding. 1 second.
I think we used up all of our normal starting
lady.
kit rope.
lady, as you can see, I'm a holy person with holy powers of healing. That's why you're still alive.
We have a full explorer's kit and a climber's kit, so I believe there's rope in both
I
of
want to
those.
open a door to Thorn's Tavern and just throw her through.
There's a thing as a climber's kit.
Yep.
What?
It's got like pitons and like a grappling hook.
You know what? You know what? Sylvie, sit on her.
Oh my
You
god.
brought
Wait,
Sylvie?
how long do those thorn doors last?
Until you guys all go through it and take another thorn core. But you don't actually know how long they last on this side because you've always gone through and eventually they close.
Can I just open one and we could just start chucking people through?
Oh dear God.
They're Thorn's problem now.
Glacial
Sure,
Galacticals kidnap.
sure, he's just gonna. Sorry, that was on us. But this place is being taken over. Not by. And that's what Will did to get rid of the infection on you.
Infection? What infection?
An infection of a entity that wants to control everything and destroy everything.
She kind of
It's
shakes
like-
her head. I think
like a
you have
crystal.
something wrong here.
You're with the Church of the Unity, aren't you?
Yes, I'm an initiate.
But then we have nothing wrong here. We've got everything right.
You're a
Just
bit
stares.
low rank, I'm sure, to understand what's going on here. It's less of a church and more of a
Cult.
cult, possible world destroying cult.
The whole building was killed by this thing.
She just shakes her head.
Look, is there anyone in the church who can resurrect people?
Probably.
I'm asking her.
So, of course, in the teachings, like all will become one, become part of the whole.
No, not like what I just did. Like someone stabbed you, and then you're right back here breathing, like it never happened. Have you ever seen any of them do that?
No, but I've heard
You see me do that.
But I've heard the high priestess can do that.
Yeah, I can hear that the high priestess wipes her butt with people's faces. Don't matter. I brought you back to life. Means me, good person with big boy behind me.
We did kind of murder her first.
Yeah, but I brought her back. So like, shut up. So like, I have big boy behind me. He powerful. He like, you good person, you back to life, right? So you trust me now, because else you would be dead now. So you just leave and do not talk.
You're not
sure he's
you're
like
not good at
staring
this.
at this.
You're not good at this talking thing, are you, Froth?
I will mallet you, okay?
I
I'm
have
talking.
This, like image in my head of Shori looking at the direction with the equally confused look that probably the actually probably.
Yeah.
Everybody is just staring at Frock and like,
Yeah.
just no, like.
You're not dead. I'm good, big boy. We good. No talkie.
Will touches
I
the
roll
void
natural
stone
one.
to
Yeah.
Even the game knows. Even the
Oh
game
my
knows.
god, look at that persuasion roll. That is the best persuasion roll ever.
Even the game knows those.
Will
Terrible
touches the
persuasion.
void stone to Frog just in case there's something wrong with him.
I don't know, Frock. Are you inflicted by any of the madnesses? If so, you're now cured of them.
No, I'm fine.
I think
I feel like
Will
he might have
already
been
cured
at
him.
that point. That conversation. Okay. Alrighty.
Apologies. Look, we didn't mean to kill you. We just wanted to knock you out. You are not safe here. You are not of your own mind. What you've been a part of
I am
is...
of my own mind.
Now you are, thanks to him.
They're lying to you, effectively, is what we're trying to say.
You're being manipulated.
Yeah, big boy meat truth, you live.
Brock?
I don't think this one is manipulated.
Maybe we should give Frock some of the stuff that's in that pot.
Just like
Maybe
how
she's just
nothing
dumb.
fixed. Just how nothing fixed the frog. Nothing will fix her. They're both
No,
deranged.
No, I mean,
not controlled. I think she's manipulated. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Cal says, look, Tiamat herself sent us because something is going on with this Church of the Unity.
Why do you hate us?
We don't hate you, we hate the thing that's behind the church.
That
Have you heard of
means the same thing.
No.
no, it's
Not
not.
No,
really.
you're not some weird glowy crystal with vines and...
that bores into people's heads?
And steals knowledge and makes everybody a hive mind of mindless drones.
But you are the ones that don't fully understand.
Right, I'm sure.
You want to be covered in crystals and drooling on yourself?
That is part of the communion.
I'm sad I wasted 300
Okay,
gold.
I think
So
you
let's
lost gold,
somebody
guys.
get me some of the stuff from the pot again.
I think
How
this
about
one
this?
lost cause.
How about this? Does Robot Bird live?
What?
What?
Can't we have just Robot Bird? No, how about we have... What's her name? Meredith. Just keep an eye on her.
Well, I
She
was going
might be able
to
to seduce-
tie her up and dump her somewhere temporarily,
Oh, yeah,
or
that could work.
carry her.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean, I
carry
got
her
myself
to the fight. Yeah,
We have rope.
you can do this, but...
Have we seen any kind of like closets or anything we can just stow her?
Stuff her in the closet.
Not yet.
Mm. I don't have any like spells that I can knock her out with. I'm assuming she's just like a commoner. Like,
Yeah, she's just
Well, she
just
also only has 1 health right now.
yeah.
mm,
And you've already established that we can't ever do lethal damage, non-lethal damage, correct?
No. You can declare non-lethal damage, but but it is still possible to accidentally kill somebody doing that. It's just
Yeah,
that
but
it's far
to do
less.
that,
It,
you
it,
need to
We've
go like...
never in the 4 years that we've been in this campaign gotten non-lethal to work. That's
I
why
mean,
I'm asking.
yeah,
Don't
you
it's not that
technically
it
have
can't.
to do,
like,
It's just that.
I mean,
No,
rules is
but-
written. You can knock somebody out without killing them.
Yeah. It's like that. That's why you do unarmed. Somebody that's not a monk doing unarmed attack on somebody, on somebody that has a max of 4 hit points. You have a chance of knocking that person out without killing them. But trying to hit them with a weapon and say non-lethal damage.
I mean, you
That-
can,
I mean,
though.
Phaedra's not punched somebody in the face before, and yeah.
Phaedra
it
is
didn't
very
work.
Yeah.
strong, which means she automatically
had-
gets like a +5.
But I'm
which
not a
instantly-
monk.
No.
Yeah, you-
What I mean
Yep.
is that because you add
The
you
minimum damage
add
you do is
the
6.
damage to your thing, so you're automatically even with that doing 6 damage. That
Yeah.
you
But,
instantly
I'm
kill a
talking
commoner.
about prior in the campaign, when Phaedra was weaker, like it just okay, whatever. Regardless, somebody punch this bitch, knock her out.
I'll-
Well,
I literally do 1 point of damage.
Will can cast Blight at 8th level with non-lethal damage. No.
Yeah. She already done with this. She's gonna try to knock her out. Well, she's being held.
Knock her out, tie her up, put her in a cabinet, and be done with it.
Burn the place down while she's still in here.
No.
Remember
Yeah.
to take her out.
I mean, no.
Yeah. Yes. We will remember to take her out.
I can only do 1 point of damage, or 2 if I crit. I have a 0 strength.
Yeah.
You're
Then
gonna
you're the
have
one
to-
likely to do it because that's you wouldn't be able to kill them doing that.
I mean, technically speaking, people get shot and they still live with the
Yeah,
gun.
and people get pistol
So-
whipped and die. So that's my.
I mean, yeah, but if you aim
Humans
on
have-
heavily...
2 modes: instant
You
death or
if-
God mode.
Grizz, if you are hitting someone and knock them out, you are not just like going. You're not going to be using your full force.
Yeah, I know, but it's just that it can happen. But that's
Happen, but there's rules in the book that say you can do it.
yes, I know. That's why I said that unarmed.
But
You could do.
You can't,
Yeah,
because you would kill them.
yeah.
All right, we knock her out, we tie her up, we throw her in a cupboard, and we go to the next room.
Is there a cupboard that will accommodate her?
Sure.
All right, stuff her in a cupboard.
It's meant to note where they are. So that way, at the very least, we can tell the guards. I think we should operate on the assumption that they're all this devoted. Especially if they don't change their mind after being touched by the Voidstone.
You mean completely insane?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They've effectively been... They've honestly been manipulated by very convincing means.
Oops, sorry.
Not just mind controls at work here.
Some people just believe anything.
It could also just be something that's very persuasive at the top of this.
I mean, I listened to the bullshit that those monks were feeding me for years.
I mean, imagine this, Kale, too. Imagine if it was someone like you with a very silver tongue under the mind control of this thing. That's
Don't give
dangerous.
me or it any ideas. No.
I'm curious who this high priestess is, too.
They can cast magics like Frog just did. They are not something to trifle with. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Should I continue to clear this place?
Yes.
Alright. Back to the stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need more sneaky rolls?
Yes, you do. As you just interacted with somebody.
Okay, sneaky.
You said the plus 10.
That other
Fast, right?
person, the person that was in the other room left, correct?
Yes.
Or we don't-
It sounds like they went back upstairs.
Oof.
37?
Imagine that interaction made Fader visible, so back at disadvantage.
Or 44.
Fucking hell.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Nope, still 24.
18.
I'm consistent.
Hey, our lowest is still 12. Now. Or not still, but is 12.
Oh, I forgot to roll for Amunet. I just realized that. But, yeah, that's probably a little ridiculous, but okay.
Squeak,
Yeah.
I might just dismiss Squeak for now, since
Yeah,
Have we been in
honestly,
here for an hour?
I mean Squeak's invisible, I guess, but
Yeah, that's why I'm like, Cinder's invisible. That's why I'm curious if the hour's up, I'll put her to the.
No, it
yeah, I
has
might
been an
just
hour.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna dismiss him for
Yeah.
because I can bring him back pretty quick. It's easier than resummoning him.
Yeah,
yeah.
same.
We'll just say I dismissed him at the beginning, like once he finished his surveying.
Once we go back to stealth, she's dismissing Star Hall just for the stealth portion. Because less people to sneak around is better.
Mm-hmm.
Stays a
And
bonus
we-
action to bring it back.
And we make our way around.
You're making your way to the new section, past the thing. I take it.
Yeah, through the
One-
kitchen to the other side, not towards the parlor.
Yeah. going around
Alrighty
the
then.
outside.
The next area is basically it looks like another foyer. Amunet, with your stealthy eyes, you do notice that there is a trapdoor here, and there are glass doors out into the courtyard.
Are the two still out there tending to the plants?
There are 3 of them, and yes, they are still tending to the plants.
Okay. While they're like walking along, she'll just. Hey. Points down. Trapdoor.
You sure it's not necessarily trap, but not alarmed.
Let me take a look. And Aminette will investigate for traps, alarms. Any hanky business? No.
Uh, no, it was mostly concealed under a rug so that it's mostly like nobody was supposed to be able to see it. Is probably the feeling here. But you, with your investigation,
She doesn't trust it. Fuck it. I mean, even if it's under a rug, you
Yep.
still double trap.
yep, still doesn't find any traps.
Okay. Yeah, she gives a thumbs up. And she'll just kind of make a motion like down question mark or like an around movement with her hand.
If we go down there, even if we close it behind us, they're going to be suspicious because the rock will be pulled up.
You think it would be hard enough for Squeak to flip the rug back down
Well,
once we go down?
Squeak can probably manage that.
I mean, there's a little trick you can do. Phaedra, give me your fishing hook. And, like, you can just take the hook with the string, and then when we go down, we just pull it and it'll go across.
Huh.
Sorry, little trick I learned.
We could
Good to
also
know.
have used Mage Hand, possibly.
That's true.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have options.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
down or around, basically, is the question.
I mean, if I was hiding something, it would be down there.
Yeah, it would be downstairs. It wouldn't be up here.
Agreed.
I mean,
Be
we
careful.
do have other cultists to cure up here, but
They're right now in an area we probably shouldn't go to right now.
Aminette kind of chuckles. Cure or kill? Which one are we doing now?
well, we didn't mean to kill that last one.
Speak for yourself.
But it is good to know the effect of the vial now.
Yeah, she kind of like pulls out the sample. What color is it? By the way, I'm just out of curiosity.
It is kind of a pinkish color. Mostly
Pink.
it's like it's more. It should be more red, but it's diffused in water, so pink.
Yeah, so she'll kind of like pull out the like little like vial that she has. Yeah, this might come in handy with some other things in my bag of tricks. I'm getting a nice collection of poisons going, and just slides it into the bag
Really?
of holding. We should talk.
Remember to never go to one of your dinner parties.
Oh, I'm a fabulous cook, dear. But some things are a little spicier than others. All right, she'll is the trapdoor locked by chance?
No, it's not locked. It was just concealed
Okay.
under a rug.
Yeah, she'll open it quietly. And then
All right. A horrible stench meets your nostrils as soon as you open the hatch.
I'm gonna look down since I have Devil's Sight and see. I can probably see what's down there.
You see a ladder and what looks like a dirt floor. Are you sticking your head through, or are you just looking at through the hatch?
I mean, I could stick my head through. Nothing. I don't need to breathe, so I don't know.
All right. So you stick
Is
your
my head gonna get? Yay!
you stick your head through to look around, and you do see that there are several work tables. There are some bones in a pile in one corner, and it looks like several bodies lashed together that have a lot of weird growths coming off of them. Possibly those
Oh,
crystals
God.
everyone's been talking about.
Maybe we should throw that woman down here to see the awful truth. Anyway, well, yeah, he would describe that. Yeah, that's the.
I am gonna throw something out there since it's since we're about halfway. Do we want to take this break before we dive into this? Because it sounds like this is gonna be a little intensive.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
I will be
Break.
right back.
Yep.
I'm back, by the way. Welcome back. You okay? Welcome back. Welcome back.
We just waiting on Quentin.
Yeah, he dropped out of channel.
Oh shit.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he's typing. And no, it's not. I mean, he's still in roll 20, so I don't think it's net, at least.
Yeah, maybe he just left voice briefly to take a call or something. I don't know.
Or maybe Discord just did dumb.
Mm.
It likes to do that sometimes.
Yeah, mine was like locking up and crashing a bunch yesterday, and I couldn't figure out why. Like I figured out it's essentially like some sort of built on some kind of web browser base. It seems.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like you can technically open it up in a browser.
Yeah.
That's how it was originally. Now.
He's still online on Discord. That doesn't mean a whole lot.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in another voice chat with somebody.
So, how's everyone's weekend been going?
I've done nothing of value other than sleep, eat, and read. Don't play games.
I mean, that sounds like my
Mhm.
dream life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't done much. It's been a hard week, so just kind of taking it easy.
Hi, Max. I've mostly done that, plus cooked this weekend. And I have tomorrow off, and I'm actually going out to do adult things. Well, not adult things, but I'm actually going out to do stuff instead of just sitting around or doing my food shopping.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hello.
Oh,
Welcome back,
Welcome back.
man.
Yeah,
Sorry,
good,
I
Quentin.
was. No, I was giving emotional support to a friend. They had a thing going on. So it's like, oh, I have like 10 minutes. Let's maybe like hash this out a bit. I'm back. Did anything happen? Did anyone die yet?
We
No, we were
We're
waiting
waiting
for
on you,
It's
bud.
okay, dude.
Oh, okay, okay.
You're
Yeah.
fine.
All
And
dead.
never apologize for being somebody else's emotional support.
TPK.
We were
It's
just
all your fault.
We were just concerned
Yes!
that something had happened.
New character. Let's go.
Oh,
Character
yeah.
who this?
I can
No,
finally be a warlock and be
No.
unique.
No, TPK means next game. But at this
I mean,
point,
don't we have a whole party on standby?
No, TPK at this point means I'm taking a break for 6 months.
No. Yeah. We found a crystal thingy, if I remember correctly.
We found
Or
a-
We found the
trap
stinky
door.
basement hole.
Yeah, with a
Basement
bunch
hole.
of dead
close
bodies.
enough. Close enough.
Were they
Close
dead or
enough.
just
Close enough.
bodies?
Yeah, like
you couldn't tell exactly if those were bodies or like as in corpses or bodies as in people not moving covered in crystals. That seemed to
I
be
mean,
lashed
if-
together.
Oh, good. So
Well-
it's like a human
Yeah,
centipede
and-
crystal thing. Oh, good.
and the smell and the fact that
What does
well,
it smell like, actually?
It
That's a good
smells
question.
horrible, like rot
Like-
and excrement.
Like dead things?
Dead
I mean, if
things
the-
and somebody used it as a toilet. Oh, that's speaking of which, you also notice there is a tiny door in the room that you're in, besides the door that's leading on probably around the circuit of the square. That probably, because of the slight odor that's coming from there, probably the privy.
oh,
almost
so
forgot
this
about
is
that
like
detail.
the poop tank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going down there, guys. Telling you
Don't
that
you
right
have-
now.
don't you have present hesitation?
I'm not.
Can't you clean that up?
I can clean it up, but I don't want to get it on me in the first place.
Okay.
Ominous sighs. Audibly.
You know what? I'll go check if they're alive. Fuck it.
They don't look very alive, but
I'll go check anyway. It's my
yeah,
job.
Ominette's gonna go down too and check it out.
As paladin to make sure the people didn't.
I mean,
die.
so out of character, sealed space full of poo gas. Y'all gonna suffocate.
It's fine. I have to find
I mean-
protection.
Well, it's
I'll
not full
hold
of
my
poop.
breath.
It's not full of poop gas. There is a stench of poop, but it's not the same. It's probably not
I
the
just-
same as the privy tank.
We're not running into a situation in the beginning of this campaign where somebody cast Firebolt and exploded the party. We're not doing that either.
I won't die from a one firebolt. It's fine.
Nobody,
it's not just
nobody
the
Do
died
not
during that
suggest
incident.
taking a torch.
It's not a firebolt. It's not just the firebolt. It's the
No, it's the methane gas explosion.
Yeah.
That's what did it.
It's the extra fire. From
It's fine. I can take extra fire.
Rhiannon almost died.
I have.
Yeah, and your little friend who eventually wandered off into the Feywild also nearly killed himself doing that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
John Sprinklebottom. Which
Uh,
I full-heartedly expect him just to roll in during the final fight of the BBEG and just be like, "Oh, is this where the ice cream is or something?" I don't know, because he always finds a way to find things.
John Sprinklebottom and Hein sort of doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
John
Like,
Sprinklebottom's always where he shouldn't be.
exactly. That's why he'll be.
So,
he'll find Galen
somehow
Cole.
he and Heinz became friends without you guys knowing about it, and have now opened up a detective agency.
No, they're
somewhere
not
far
friends.
away.
They're not friends.
They're
partners.
frenemies.
They're partners. Well, like, oh wait, no. Are we talking like partners or
Lovely
partners?
distinction.
Because then
Why
you
does it
have
always
to
have
bring
to
it
go
up.
to that fucking? I'm thinking
Because
like
it's Heinz. It's
I'm
Heinz.
thinking like a cop drama.
Like Turner and
there's
Hooch.
there's the clever Heinz, and then there's the not so street smart.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're off in another game doing their
it
own thing.
is. What's the movie called? It's the Naked Gun meets Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yep.
Honestly, though, I'd watch the hell out of that.
All right, we're gonna pop down real quick and see if there's anything of interest in the poop chute.
No, this one's not the poop unless you're going into the privy. This one isn't the poop chute. There's an odor of excrement.
Into the trapdoor.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure if I was being clear.
I think sure go down too.
I'm gonna stay up top and keep watch.
Yeah, Fader's staying up top.
I can't imagine Kale going down into that. No. I mean, he doesn't have to breathe, but just the thought of it, getting into his clothes.
Yeah, even
Well, goes
Meredith is
down.
wrinkling her nose here.
Yeah, Fader's keeping an eye out. Definitely watching the people in the keeping an eye on the the three in the courtyard, and also listening for anybody approaching the room.
Yeah, I'll take up position by the door to the courtyard just in case they decide to start moving our way.
People
Like,
who
in-
go
stay invisible.
downstairs move here.
Oh, there. This is what we call a nat 20 stealth.
Sure, why not?
Sure, we'll bring Sturhall out if there's any issue, but she's gonna keep him hidden for now.
So as you come down to the basement, unlike how normal basements typically are cooler and drier than surrounding area, this is why usually they're used to store the potatoes and carrots and everything, the things that you actually saw sitting in the kitchen. Instead, this area is even warmer than outside. I mean, basically, you're in a more temperate section of the desert. But in this area isn't Titan desert; it's more of like a savanna at this point. But you're in a much cooler area. You're more temperate. Maybe not quite snow in the winter. Well, maybe a little bit of snow in the winter, but sort of part of the world. But basically, a place that if Kale were still mortal, he would probably find very uncomfortable simply because it's not cold enough out here. This basement is much warmer than surrounding air outside, and moister. There's definite moisture down here. And it
What you're
doesn't
telling
affect-
me is that things are decomposing down here.
Yes. You also do see in certain areas the sprawling roots of trees. And some of them seem to be moving back towards the bundle of bodies. And as you look more and more into the basement, you see several other bundles of what look to be fleshy bodies, possibly still alive, because you think you hear the occasional sounds of inhale and exhale with crystallized features on them, tied up by the... In fact, as you're looking closer, you notice that they're actually tied up by the roots. Underneath.
The roots are what's binding them, you mean?
Yes. Possibly feeding on them. Or maybe this is some kind of weird symbiosis.
Does it look familiar? I guess the only person that was there would be Will.
Sure it was. No, sure it was not there.
The crystal growths, by the way, are all green in color.
I guess I'm curious about temperature environment similar to the node that they found down in Waterdeep. like the moist atmosphere.
Yeah,
And
yeah, a lot like that.
yeah, and the way that the bodies are intertwined with the roots, was it like the bodies that they found that were forming into those death dragon egg things?
Not exactly. They're not covered in foliage. They seem to be more like some other, like, the way you've learned is that, like, it's an interconnected organism.
Hmm.
In some ways, it's a lot like, kind of like a man of war, where different sections are forming different parts of like one contiguous organism, but they're not always the same. Like this
Okay.
section, whatever it is, it's something to do with the roots.
Okay. But there was I understand that it's not exactly the same, but there was a period where they found like a bunch of clerics from Denier that were tied, like basically entangled, like you're describing,
Yes,
in the root system. Is that what
but
we're
no,
looking at
these
here?
ones don't appear to be tied by their head. They're just they're tied by their bodies,
Okay.
and it doesn't look like their heads are involved at all.
Okay. Thank you.
Like this isn't part of like a thinking network, like those were. This is something very different. This is a different different part of the body, sort of, so to speak.
Cool. Is this just one room that we're in? Or does it?
One big underground room with some some support pillars and roots that are just growing down, that are also
No
forming their own support
offshoot,
pillars.
no secret doors. Well, I'll
No,
have Aminette do
not from
once
what
around
you
if
can
you
see with your passive
okay.
perception. Although there
Okay.
is another ladder going up on the opposite corner. It's kind of like basically the entire place is probably mirrored with the two shoots going down on either end.
Okay. Uh, hmm. I'm curious if these guys are still alive, but I don't want to touch them. Um, how many bodies are there? Or whatever?
Uh,
People?
there looks like to be anywhere between 2 and 4 on each of the routes.
Okay. Um, I don't know if this. She doesn't want to touch him. I think it would be kind of crazy for her to get close enough to see if she could hear a heartbeat, but she does have a very high passive. So I will try to get her. Oh God. Fuck it. Yeah, she'll start slowly and quietly heading towards one of this cluster,
Okay.
and she will very closely listen to hear if she hears breathing, a heartbeat,
Yeah,
looking
you're
for any
definitely
sort of
hearing the sound of breathing.
okay.
It's kind of like guttural and almost like struggling, but it's definitely somebody that's unconscious.
Okay.
Will looks to Aminet. Just
Still alive. What's that? Kind of turns to Will.
I'm not sure in what order I should do this. I'm gonna try this, and he touches the orb to the people who are attached to one person at least who's attached to the roots.
As
The stone.
Aminette sees Will go in for the stone touch, she's just gonna be crossbows at the ready just in case something happens.
Okay. So here's what happens. The person whose body you press the stone to cure off the infection, you see that the green crystals suddenly turn to dust and just like kind of flake off and collapse. The root structure that's holding the person, seems to pull in, and you hear a wretched cracking noise, a gurgle, and the body definitely seems that particular person doesn't seem to be alive anymore. The tree or whatever seems to have killed them, and is now seemingly absorbing the blood and viscera as part of its feed.
Reaction, Aminet's going to create a soul trinket from one of the individuals that died.
Okay.
Will puts a hand on the person that just died. I'm sorry. And then Then he just points at the roots,
Mm-hmm.
and he casts blight.
All right. Give me a roll for that blight.
It's a plant.
Yes, it
So it's
is.
66 then?
damage.
Hold on. No.
Oh,
Here's
you
the.
cast it higher.
No. It's a blight. It's blight, and it's a plant.
Yep. So that's 66 points
Oh,
of
it
damage.
dies.
Yep,
Oh,
the tree
nice.
dies instantly and the roots start to flake away, dropping 2 bodies that the roots were connected to. They immediately start seizing as the roots were going straight into them, and they seem to be taking some cascading damage along the way. Do you do anything, or do you let this take its own course?
He goes for the great restoration on them now, like with the stone.
The stones, the crystals start flaking off of them, but they're still seizing heavily. Blood is spurting from one of their mouths, foam from the other one.
Mm.
The one spewing blood just stops vibrating and is dead.
Well,
The other one is still foaming from the mouth. Do you do anything?
well, great
Yeah.
restoration removes those things.
No,
we
no,
should.
no. I got it. I got it. Yeah. Aminet will put a hand on the one that is seizing. Healing hands, 17 hit points.
All the places where all the places where the roots had been basically carved through over time start to heal up, and with a burst of the foam, kind of like expelling it from their mouths, this guy's eyes just open and he stares up at you. He appears to be a human, naked, and is just kind of blinking in confusion at you. And he starts saying something in a language that you're a bit too far away from the translator to understand. As Kale has that, if I recall right.
No, Phaedra
no,
does.
I don't.
Oh,
Phaedra does.
Phaedra has it. Did Phaedra go down there with you?
She
No,
did not.
Phaedra's up
She
with
did not.
Cal,
So
but,
either way,
she'll-
you guys are a bit farther away from the translator to understand.
She's gonna say, shh. 1 second. Phaedra,
Roll persuasion.
down here. What?
Roll persuasion.
For the guy?
Yep, roll persuasion. He's terrified. He doesn't understand what you're saying. Roll persuasion to see if you can calm him. If you
He can understand a shh, though.
Yeah, that doesn't help if necessarily. That's why I need the persuasion roll to see how he takes that.
I mean, we just still killed the tree. I'm pretty sure the guys up in the courtyard already know.
Yeah, he instantly calms, and yeah, you guys up and above have your own problem to deal with. Because he killed the tree that was closest to the door. It is currently falling, and the people in the courtyard are exclaiming and are looking around wildly. Would somebody like to roll me a 1d8?
Yes, here you go.
Alright. Thankfully for you, it does not fall towards the house. It falls out towards the courtyard into the middle of things, spilling its contents. But you're hearing shouts in the courtyard now. And the sounds of running feet from a distant point in the house.
Yeah, I'm invisible by the courtyard door if we're, if they come in that door, I'm going to try to launch the first person. Like, we'll just say that's the courtyard door.
That doesn't sound like any kind of commotion or anything like that. I'm just stir hall.
Yeah, Phaedra's going to be like, we got company up here. Something, what'd you do?
Kill the
Why
roots.
tree
That's what
fall
I did.
down?
Why is there a tree down?
The roots are connected to the trees.
Oh, we got a gathering in the courtyard. We got to figure out what we're doing.
having to deal with them first, then deal with this is going to take a lot more effort down here.
Courtyard,
All right.
though. Can you guys go safely out there?
No.
And in essence,
Okay, this here is the courtyard. Here are passages going around. Down here is, of course, the basement.
All right, so clear doors. Did we get that right?
Yes, clear doors.
What about here and here?
They are also open because this is just a foyer area. It's a pretty big foyer area. It can hold a small gathering, and you found it said rugs and whatnot, but...
Okay, Phaedra's gonna secure this area. Gonna close this door on the left.
No. There are no doors there. That said, they're open
Like a hallway?
Open arch, yeah,
Got
hallway. The open hallways area. So it's not like a bedroom or anything like that where a door would be expected.
Okay, then Phaedra's gonna be like, make ourselves scarce, find a corner.
yeah, Shuri can't really do much down here because she has no real healing, so she's coming up.
There's a group. You said everybody's coming from here, gathering in the.
No, you're hearing echoes from the corridor you haven't explored yet. It seems to be coming
This
from
way.
that direction. Yes.
Okay.
All right, so if
Phaedra's good
they're
here.
okay, I'll wait by the courtyard door in case anybody comes through that.
Yep.
Yeah, Shuri would kind of come from there and go into this corner, basically. Where she hears any commotion coming from.
Amunet is going to. Oh yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah, and if I
Amunet's
have
gonna-
a second, I'm pulling Squeak back out.
Yeah, Amunet's climbing the ladder, and she's going to fucking use the trapdoor thing to hide, and gotta go boop 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 and take shots.
She's gonna like. Are you trapping Vondel? Well, Vondel, are you getting out of there?
I
before she
mean,
does
that's
it?
that's the
Okay.
end game for her. So
Okay.
she's not going to stop anybody from going up.
Is this like reverse whack-a-mole?
Yep, pretty much.
All right.
Will, do you want to come up? And she'll give a hand. Or are you staying down there, Vondel?
I'm only giving you a partial view of the courtyard, by the way, just so you know. Here's the tree that you guys killed. It just fell. Yep. And here is another tree. So those are just basically showing what obstructions you might run into. Especially since you know what the dangers are out there. Because you already know that there's a assassin vine out there. And you're pretty sure you know that they're on all of them, so I'm just going to throw out the assassin vines on there.
This is fine.
But the assassin vine here is dead. It was linked to that tree.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time. Who's the Dragonborn? Is that the mummy?
Yeah, it's the mummy that's been turned into a dragonborn.
Okay, yeah. Phaedra's gonna tell Urk, Meredith, and the mummy to get in a corner. And not stand in the center of the room.
Is this whole thing glass or just the door?
Just the door. That's
Just
why
the door.
that's why I marked a door over there so you can see.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people to get in the corners.
Yeah, Sturhall's gonna be on that side with Phaedra.
I mean, one door would be visible if he was up on top.
I mean, we're all kind of visible. We're just picking. I don't want
Yeah.
anybody in the center because if somebody comes like around this corner, they're gonna immediately beeline for him. Now, Phaedra might do something dumb here in a second, but that's just
So,
Phaedra.
which way are we hearing voices coming from?
Right here.
So
And
would
then
you want
there
to? get ready
3
for a fight.
individuals.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll move these guys. The fight now or wait until somebody comes around this corner.
I'm readying for whatever happens first. Courtyard
Readying.
folks coming through the door or people
Yep.
popping out of that hallway. Like
Mhm.
first enemy looking entity I see is getting Eldritch Blast or something.
All right.
Or bitten. I don't know
Or
if I have to.
bitten.
Tasty
Yeah.
treat.
I like that.
Tasty
Or
treat
bitten.
coming through the door. Eldritch Blast coming down the hall.
All right. I'm just for the sake of my sanity, I'm just going to set up each flavor down below and roll them as groups in case because potential waves here. That way, anything that can and does show up around the corner before you either leave or just decide to kill everybody, like that sort of stuff. Any of those sort of things, I don't have to worry so much about it. Trying to be prepared here.
I also want to clarify, we're not trying to be stealthy here. We're preparing to kill people.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
I am invisible, but
Well, yeah,
I-
I mean, I'm just saying,
I can block off a
yeah,
entranceway.
Yeah.
Quite
I'm just
quickly.
like, if you think we're gonna try
All right.
diplomacy
So
here,
make
it's not gonna
your
happen.
roll. No, I wasn't thinking you were
For-
gonna try for diplomacy. I was just gonna say I wanted to put all the tokens down below, even if I don't get to them right away. And instead of rolling for individuals that are out there, I'm gonna roll for type of being that might show up or might become necessary to have it. To have
Don't
a turn.
forget, for those next to me, +6.
oh, and Squeak gets a +6. Yay, Squeak!
Where's Frock? Oh, Phaedra. Okay.
Good round.
Yeah, 25.
I'm gonna bash some stuff.
If Frog's not there, she would have been more close to the thing. To be fair. Oof. Oh. You hate to see it.
Squeak also has his orders to sting whatever gets in his
You
way.
Sting. Like a
Cinder is
Sting,
still in the
Squeak.
no-no place. She is not out. Actually, How high is the ceiling in here?
10 feet.
Nah.
And who would like to roll for Alznar? So I don't have to keep running so many NPCs. So now 2 of you have 2 characters you're dealing with each. Any of you up for rolling for the Mummy Lord?
Sure. I'll take care of NPC number 3. 2, technically speaking. Where can I find the sheet? There he is.
Under NPCs.
Can I move his token?
Yeah.
I cannot
he's-
move his
Currently not. Oh, hold on. Let me just make sure this is actually controlled to him. Yeah. You should have the ability to control him.
I don't think so, because it's a Dragonborn token.
It's listed as represents character and should be controlled by. Does he not move for you?
I'm trying.
Okay. Let me.
I can move this one.
Okay, that works.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
No one has. He hasn't rolled initiative, has
He's
he?
currently not large. No, I haven't rolled initiative for him. He's currently not large due to the size, but all the rest of the stats will work for him.
Oh, he's pretty squishy. I can get him killed.
He'll come back. It may take a day, but he'll come back.
I'll purify his body so he can't.
Ah!
let him be. He's like offered to help you fight Lokar, so then
Why
he
would you?
doesn't care. Phaedra.
Ultimate dick move.
Holding her attack action. Ooh, is there anything she can do? Hold on, actually. Spell bonus action. Yeah, just holding attack action for. Oh, actually, is this a bonus action? Wait, can I do a bonus action? Cast a spell and then hold my attack? I can't, right?
No, because
Okay.
it uses
Hold-
the full action to do that.
Holding attack action for culty individuals coming towards them aggressively.
Alrighty. Irk.
Holding action, I guess, as well.
Alright. Squeak.
Waiting. He's got his orders to wait for somebody to sting.
Alright.
First culty looking fucker that comes through the door.
Elsner. Gwen.
Oh yeah. He'll. Does he have his spell slots?
Yes, he does.
Okay, he'll cast harm on the first thing he sees that we consider an enemy.
Alrighty. Okay. So a furball woman comes around the corner and starts charging. She gets about there.
Well, she's getting a face full of dead.
Hold on. Copy, paste. There we go. Let's see. She hasn't quite got to any of you. She might be in the range of Elsnar though. It's 40 feet away. What's the length of harm?
I think it's.
Yeah, it's at least.
Oh, that's
6.
my sheet. Harm. Let's see. It's 60 feet.
All right.
So yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Roll damage.
I said that we would consider an enemy if this is a normal clone.
roll damage.
It's a spell save.
Yeah, it's a spell save.
All right.
Oof. Oh, I need to switch the music. I just realized that.
Ooh.
And the druid just drops dead on the spot.
Actually, they don't.
What?
The hit points can reduce start hit points below 1.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's just crying on the floor.
No, she's screaming in pain.
Yes, that's what harm does.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Sorry,
harmed.
I didn't read that part. I was just
Yeah,
thinking
and
damage and oh, whoop.
And they fail to save, so their hit max HP is reduced by the same number.
Oh my god!
Eventually,
have-
it's a one.
They have 1 hit point. They
Oh,
better
man.
just sit down and be quiet.
Shh.
Meredith cracks her knuckles, says, "Am I killing this bitch?"
She's as good as that, don't.
I mean, we might as well take prisoners if we can.
Yeah, knock her out if you can.
knock out if you can.
I mean, she's a Meredith's a monk. It
Yeah,
would be very
and we've-
easy to knock someone out with being a monk.
Yeah, my hands are lethal weapons.
But she's a no.
She knows where to punch people so they don't insta die, you know?
Yeah, hit her key points or something so that she doesn't die.
Do you like the 5-finger stung punch? Whatever the fuck. Yeah. Whatever your
No, I
order
think you're
tells
just
you.
making fun of me.
If you
Oh, you
knock
could
her
be
out,
like that
knock her out.
Ty Lee chick in Avatar: The Last Airbender, where you just punch her in a bunch of spots and she turns into a noodle.
There you go.
Exactly.
Never seen that.
Turns
Well,
into-
fuck
Right.
you then.
We're going to attempt. to
You're
take
a monk.
people
You can
on
do
the
monk
Nexus.
bullshit
monk-
and not
a
do
monk
lethal
should
damage.
be absolutely one of the people who can just easily knock someone out.
Well,
without
yeah.
killing them.
I mean, spend a key and do stunning strike. I mean, too. You really don't want to do that, but yeah. Like, there are options. So, yes. Knock her out.
Don't kill her, or you owe me 300 gold.
Or only 300 gold. That's the most passive aggressive way of saying I need a diamond.
That's just she's gonna hold position in case something comes. She's like, yeah, I'm not good with that.
Yeah, you are. Stop.
And
You
you
could
know,
do non-lethal damage.
Uh, hmm. This door's closed, right?
yes, that door's closed.
Holding attack action for yeah. People we think are enemies.
Shuri.
What is she gonna do here? Yeah, she's gonna. Huh. Fuck me. Just be careful, and this is gonna suck for anyone who melees her, but that's on their own fault. Action Armor of Agathis. So 25 temp HP. And if I get meleeed, they're gonna take 25 damage as long as I have temp HP.
Nice.
So good luck.
Vundle.
That's it.
Sorry, I thought you were done. Vundle,
No, you're good.
you're
That's
up.
it.
Not much I can really do in this scenario. Can't knock the enemy out unconscious, so that's my turn. I'm just gonna stay here. I can't really do anything.
I chose the temp HP because I'm worried about any casters.
Mm.
Good news with the temp HP, I'm actually 205 HP.
What'd you say you did, Vundle? Sorry.
Nothing. I can't do
Okay.
jack.
Will.
Right. Seeing as everyone else here is battle ready, I can see movement from the vines outside. I guess. Thinking back on the situation where we were just in,
Hmm.
down in the basement, killing the trees up here would most likely have the roots release the people downstairs and put them in a seizure.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take for them to die?
Pretty quickly.
Like, are we talking like a minute? We talking
look
seconds?
less than a minute. It's like, you know, the spell went off and really started going up, and probably within a round or two, the tree started falling.
A round or two.
Yeah.
All right.
Whew. I had a thought. But we're in combat, though.
Let's see here.
We do have a lot of basic healing potions, for the record.
Kayla's already ready an action to do something else.
Okay.
And I don't think I can get someone else with me down there.
Amanette's on the ladder. She's got decent movement. But I don't know what you're planning to do.
You know. Can we get back down again?
If assuming that Amunet will let you, yeah.
Oh, it's a hole.
You shall not pass!
It's a hole, and
Yeah.
gravity is a thing.
Yeah, no, of course.
So we'll go back down, and how many people are in the roots of, say, this tree?
Which tree?
This tree.
Let's see. Just 2.
I need help down here. I'm dealing with the trees. He says. And he's going to instantly cast blight on the roots of that tree.
All right. Make your blight roll.
Oh, this takes maximum damage if it's a plant.
It has a disadvantage on the save
That's true.
and takes maximum damage, or half of maximum.
Yeah, it failed. What's maximum damage on this?
64.
64. Oh, so it's maximum damage and not double damage.
Is it vulnerable to necrotic?
It's a plant.
I mean, if
That doesn't mean it's vulnerable to necrotic.
If you target a non-magical plant.
No, but I
it
thought
just
that
Yeah.
I thought that,
Oh yeah, hold on.
I thought
Are
that
these?
that it meant that plants took double damage. Sorry, did I misunderstand that?
Are these magical
Yes.
plants?
Yeah, no, they don't take
Well,
double damage.
Technically, they're magical plants.
Yeah, but they would
All
just
right.
take the 64.
But they didn't exclude any magic before.
You
Oh,
specifically said
So
they.
they're, I mean, they're not magical in the sense of you can see, magic on them, but they're magically created plants. I mean,
All right. Well, in that case, it does take 64 damage. Yeah.
all right. Yeah, that tree doesn't fall. It's still alive, but the people are the 2 people who are attached to it are now writhing as the roots just kind of dig into them.
Uh-huh. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can use a bonus action to use a potion or anything on them.
It's an action.
No. And I can't cast another spell. Yeah, so Will stays down there.
Frack.
I will
Real
take.
quick, what level's your healing spirit, by the way? Is it level 1? For Druid?
The healing spirit's level 2.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Sorry, Frock.
Yeah, no, son.
No, hold on. Wait, what are you on about? Healing spirit. I don't have that prepared.
No, I was just it was more just a question about was that a cantrip or not. Yeah.
No, that's a level 2 spell.
Yeah, it's a nice spell. I mean, I was just
Yeah.
hopeful.
I've actually stopped using spells that do that because it's just I don't know. I've stopped using certain spells because they're OP, especially healing.
Sorry, Frock.
Is this door open or not?
It's closed.
It's closed.
Okay. I'll step here, I take out a coin from my pouch, and I throw it against his face. That would be a dex attack with a maximum of 1 damage.
Roll dex.
I don't know if that hits. I'm pretty sure that
Actually, that meets her AC, so yeah,
Boom,
she
she's
drops to the ground.
non-lethal. Non-lethal, so she's knocked out.
Yep.
Problem solved. Then I'm gonna, I don't know. Should I bolt in there and beat some people? I thought we decided not to do that, right?
In the courtyard?
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Pollen.
knockout pollen.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's poisonous.
I got something I'm gonna do in the courtyard, so
We'll
see how it rolls.
I'll just go back here and be like, okay, she's sleeping.
Anything else?
Bonus action Shield of Faith.
Did I really roll a 5? Jesus.
What?
On my initiative, I didn't even notice what Kel rolled on his initiative.
Oh.
All right. So Will, for his part, witnesses the roots of the tree, basically killing the 2 people that were attached to it, seemingly drawing vitality completely from them. Their bodies become limp and desiccated as the roots untangle themselves from them.
Well, shit.
Two armored individuals, both hobgoblins, come streaking around the corner with their weapons. One of them gets to the side of the druid. The other one looks like they're about ready to jump over the druid. They're really difficult to see, probably from the doorway. They see the druids down, so they know that something bad is going on. But Phaedra, do you think you can make an angle out on this one?
I don't know. That's your call.
Yeah, you can just barely, like, you're peeking around the corner and you sort of see them coming into view, but they don't quite see you.
Yeah, she's going to turn Bob into she's gonna, hand axes. 3 of them. Okay, let's see. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We're rolling with lightsabers. I forgot. Lightsaber yeet.
You hear a scream coming from the corridor as the guy is hit with the lightsabers. Until finally there's a wet thunk, and the guy's head is separated from his body, dropping blood and all over the place as the head rolls.
Yeah, shield at the ready.
Alright. Cult fanatic dude. Comes up to the door and pushes it open. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from Frock. Because you said you're not immune to poison, right?
No, I'm not. Is he casting a spell or something?
No, he just opened the door to the courtyard.
I hold my
You're
breath.
right next to the. Okay.
I hold my breath. I can do that for 6 minutes. I'll be fine.
All right. You're still getting some skin contact, so I'm gonna give you advantage on your save versus poison roll then. All right, you seem to be fine. As the cult fanatic comes in, Kale, I believe you were holding an attack.
Oh, Squeak is going to go first because Squeak has higher initiative than me. He's going to sting him first.
Oh, right, no, that's
I
right.
think-
Kale's turns after, so yeah. Go for it, Squeak.
Go, Squeak! Sting! Why did you have advantage? You should not have advantage.
All right, the cult fanatic kind of waves him away, or the tail just smacks against the mask that this guy's wearing and doesn't actually hit the guy.
And I'm actually going to choose to not do the held attack that I did. Does that take my turn, or is that my previous turn?
That just took Kale. That just took Squeak's turn because you haven't gone yet. You're
Yeah.
No, I haven't gone yet. So, do I get my held attack and then my next attack? Or does that take my next attack?
So we were all kind of prepping.
That's just Squeak's reaction.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's right.
don't
Everyone was
get
prepping.
that.
Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, you get your surprise round attack.
All right,
Oh,
Prepping.
well
so-
then, does Phaedra get to go again?
No, unfortunately not, because Phaedra had her turn already. So Kale
Yeah.
was on
But-
hold from before that.
So I get to bite this guy and then I get my turn. Basically.
Yes.
right,
No,
so I'm
except he's not right next to you though.
Can I move for my held attack and do it? Or does it
Sadly, no.
I thought you were allowed to move for a held attack.
Nope.
If you're melee, you are.
No, we're
No.
Fine, then I'll just blast him.
Yep, you can do that.
If you're gonna be that specific, then I'll just blast him 3 times. Or actually, I don't think I can do 3 times. Or do
Yeah,
I?
it does.
No, you get 3. Yeah, you get all 3.
No, it's just like you're not allowed. You're allowed to move, and then you can hold your action. You're not allowed to hold a movement. Is the
Yeah.
thing.
Or bonus action.
Yeah. I also don't think it's adding your charisma again.
Of course it isn't. Why do you do this game?
What's your charisma again?
6.
Okay, so that's.
It's been really good about it, but now for some reason
7.
it's not doing it again.
Minus 19. Minus 8. Oh, the guy's dead. the three Eldritch Blasts in the back just collapse the guy to the ground.
I'm visible now.
Rise.
And
Surprise!
it is now your turn.
Would you say that this tree that fell down is large?
Yeah. It's a 15.
Okay,
foot-
it is now a young green dragon
Oh.
who acts on my turn, but I don't know if he gets a turn.
Hold on. Let
And
me
he's
see if
friendly
I've
to
got
me.
Got a young green dragon on here. Dragon comes to life.
And he is resistant to poison, so it will
and
not bother him.
Two assassin vines get a strike on him because he's within range.
Do they get it when he appears?
I believe so.
He's not moving, he's just appearing.
Yeah, but they would have been holding for anything coming out into the courtyard and appearing.
But he's not coming out into the courtyard, he's appearing in the courtyard. Anyway,
yes, and that's what
doesn't
I was
matter.
saying.
Doesn't matter.
So both attempt to attack and constrict.
I think his AC is 18 according to this.
Yeah, but it doesn't take poison damage. It's immune to poison? Or is it resistant?
Yes. Yes, immune. I wouldn't have picked him if he wasn't immune.
Yeah,
Which
excellent.
means they're just gently caressing him and holding him in place.
Yeah.
Hold me
Well, he takes
closer, young
bludgeoning. He takes the bludgeoning
dragon.
damage, but he doesn't take the
Extra poison
Yeah.
damage on
Poison.
top of that. Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. 24 points of bludgeoning damage is not much.
Now-
for that.
he acts. It says he acts on my turn. Does that mean he gets to do something, or was his action being summoned?
Oh,
Like,
actually,
coming into-
no. I just realized something. He's actually not within range. Those are 20 feet. He's 30 feet away.
Well, what about this one to the north of him?
That's the one that overused its turn. It
Okay.
killed the 2 things that were at the root of the tree.
But that
Right.
doesn't answer my question. When I bring him into existence, He acts on my turn. Does he get a turn now,
I
or does
believe
he wait for the next turn?
I believe he does. Immediately gets turn.
All right, then. Let's see. 30-foot cone. Do you have a 30-foot cone that you can drag out so I could see what it looks like? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not having difficulty making those cool things work properly. Cause like after it says like resizing, it's like but
They should resize if you have the scale set on the map. But since this map probably doesn't have a well, no, it should have a scale set.
What's it? 30-foot cone?
A 30-foot cone. I just want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, see, it doesn't resize.
Oh, it's tiny. Yeah, it should.
Okay, I must be doing something wrong if it's not resizing properly.
So
I'm
let's
putting
see.
it to that
30 foot.
same-
30 foot is pretty big, but like cone wise, would it hit these two guys?
It should, yeah.
So yeah, he's just gonna poison breath 30-foot cone at those guys. I don't know if it's gonna hit them because they're wearing masks and shit to block the stuff, but
Yeah, they're used to the some of the skin contact, but they can't tolerate breathing it in. But so they are not as covered up as they could be. So the dragon would still get them with that.
okay, so he's gonna do what, 12d6 poison on a failed. They have to DC 13 con save.
Yeah, so let me see you roll first because I might not need to actually roll a con save for either of them.
And
not
I'm
immune.
assuming, I don't know if the plants are immune to poison, but it would hit
That's-
at least one of the vines, right?
Yeah, but the plants are immune to poison. They have
Okay.
they are feeding off the green. Yeah, the two cultists are both dead. Even if I roll well, even if they're slightly resistant due to a level 1 infection of green, they're both dead anyway.
Okay.
That's just way much damage.
Okay, that's my turn. Putting a dragon in the courtyard.
Just
You know.
Like you do.
like you do.
Alright, no more cultists.
I mean, that was overkill probably, but he can go slice or dice around the vines too.
We also don't know what else is coming.
Mhm.
Nope, it's Phaedra's turn, sorry.
Yeah, green dragon in the courtyard. Fader's gonna peer over his shoulder and go, "What the fuck?" And then she saw this other individual down here in the hallway, and she's gonna what?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So she'll hold on. Let's see. Yeah. She will take a step forward then. And 3 lightsabers towards the other standing individual.
And that is a concentration spell, so I have to make concentration rolls,
Mhm.
or he's a tree again.
Another dead thug.
And then back around the corner.
Alright. So at this point, you are beginning to hear screams of terror coming from the floor above. Urk, what do you do?
Nothing. There's nothing that he can do.
Alright. Squeak. Squeak's immune to poison, right?
Technically no, because he's not really truly undead. He's just undead for flavor. So
So he should be. He also needed to roll a Constitution saving throw then because the poison leaking in.
all right, we can do that. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, you got a 4. Oh wait, is it magic?
No.
Or no? Okay.
So if Squeak is technically a living thing, he's currently unconscious. As he.
That's fine. He can sleep. He can sleep this one
Night-night.
out. Night, night, Squeak.
Alsnar. Quentin. Quentin?
This boy. There's no one to kill.
There's currently a pile of bones that was Squeak next to you.
That was Squeak. Oh, poor Squeak.
Squeak was floating, and then suddenly Squeak dropped down to the ground, and now looks like a pile of bones.
He'll be fine.
Does he have any spells against poison? I don't think he does. Oh, he's gonna do Gust of Wind and push the poison back inside.
Back outside, you mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Alright. There's now a wind tunnel coming out into the courtyard. Anything else?
That's his action. I don't think there's anyone else to fight unless Will needs help.
Alright. The druid is unconscious. Meredith goes out there to tie the druid up. Aminette.
Aminette will drop down, hearing Will say that he needed help. So she'll just kind of do the whole, like, slide down the rungs of the ladder. And she'll go down and go up to Will. What do you need?
Well, these two are already dead.
Oh.
But for the next trees,
And the guy you saved, by the way, is currently rocking back and forth and is curled up in a corner.
yeah, continue being useless, bastard.
He's emaciated.
That's no excuse. Get back to work.
Alright, what do you need my help with?
Healing and taking care. Sure, he will reach out and hand over the Void Stone.
She nods. Alright. I don't have any more healing, but I can do this. And if anything gets squirrely, has the crossbow locked and loaded, I got this.
Yeah. Will is insinuating that he wants you to ready an action, basically, to hit one of them with the Void Stone.
She will do that.
Not crush the skull, but you know.
Where's the next group of people that you'll be walking towards? I'll have her go right there because she has to use.
I don't know. Considering we're attacking the roots of the trees and like the size of this area up here does not correlate to the size of this area down here, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's basically, that was just a rough thing for just demonstrating that you guys are in the basement.
Considering this place is smaller, I guess the roots could have all intertwined. Maybe something like that.
It's not actually to scale. The size down there is actually equivalent of the
we have enough movement on our character sheets to move to whatever we want down here, so movement is not a thing down here.
So Aminette will move then to the area, the closest next collection of whatever the fuck we're dealing with.
Which would probably be the one that goes to this one here.
And then she will ready in action, like Will said, to boot with the stone. And that's her turn. Well, I mean, help turn.
Shuri, what would you like to do?
She can have Starhawk go there, 25 feet of movement. She can use her bonus action to switch place and 15 feet of her movement. And he'll use 5 feet of movement, just kind of move this way. Because she also heard the cry, so she's gonna slide down. So I'll put her here somewhere. Anything I can do to help? I don't have any healing, but
Prepare potion along with amulet.
She'll nod. And she'll stick next time in it.
Vundel.
And I will prepare basic healing potion. I think I have, yes. I have 3 of those.
I mean, there's really nothing to do.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's told Gil not to attack the trees.
But I guess Bundle will just go over here. That's
Alright.
really it. Can't really do anything.
Will.
So, hitting not the same tree, because that tree doesn't have any living people in it anymore. He's going to hit the tree that Shiori and Amulet are standing near.
Okay.
Hit it with Blight, but this time he's going to hit it with a level 6 Blight. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, level 7.
Fuck this one in particular.
Yes. So, level 7 Blight. Which, how much would that be? Sorry, I'm just gonna put this here. So it normally would be 64, but for each above, it's gonna be an extra d8, so that's 88.
88, and it failed. Just like the first one, it crumbles up and begins to fall over. Give me a 1d8.
Same as before.
Alright, so that's towards the middle of the courtyard.
And the people.
The
Yep.
people are having the same basic reaction they did last time, where
Triggers
roots
the
are
held.
trickling out. They're starting to basically going into convulsions and dying in front of you, bleeding, all that stuff, all that sort of stuff.
That will trigger the held actions. Ominette, boop, boop, boop with the stone.
And then the same one that she boops, I get the potion too.
All right. So let's see how many people were on this particular one, because you can only boop. I think you can, each boop is an action, isn't it?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's up to
So
you.
it is, and there's 2 people on that tray.
Well, then we boop one.
You boop one and instantly potion, which means that one is definitely okay. The second one unfortunately does not make it. They die before you can help them. But the first one, a Duragar female is now saved.
Drop the potion.
All right, so you've managed to rescue 2 people from the roots so far. Anything else, Will?
Nope. Don't have a bonus action or anything.
You guys in this area are hearing more screams coming from the second floor, like seemingly in response to the tree falling over.
We're just
Imagine
gardening
them
with
running around. The end is near. The end is near.
Something like that,
Freaking
yeah.
out. Oh, good for them.
What do you wish to do, Frock?
I'm just gonna keep an eye.
Alright. Okay. This assassin vine is going to attempt to attack the young green dragon. And misses. From around the corner come several more thugs. Meredith kind of grins when she sees them. Yay, more friends. And one of them gets within range and attacks her with a mace. The other two start using their crossbow on her. Ow! She gets hit once. Kill.
I don't know if there's much for Cal to do. Did I accidentally close? I have so many windows open right now. Hold on. Can't find my roll 20. Did I close it out of roll 20? Oh no, there it is. I have like a dragon character sheet open. I can't like. Can barely see that guy, I guess.
Yep.
So I guess I'll blast him if I can see him. Two, three.
Yeah. Yeah, he's dead. That guy's body hits the floor after he tried to hit Meredith.
Alright, and Mr. Dragon is going to attack the tree to the north.
Alright.
I can't move him, but he gets to do 1 bite and 2 claws. So he's gonna munch it. Blah blah blah.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, if you can roll.
Sure.
I don't have a character sheet for him, and I don't
Yeah, I
need
wasn't
one.
sure if
so-
you were looking at something in front of you and just wanted to use that, or if you wanted to.
No, I'm looking at like the D&D Beyond Young Green Dragon, but that means I would have to type out the roll. So if you have something you could just
Yep.
click, go for it.
Yeah, I just did, and it rolled it whispers. So it ended up doing 28 points of damage between those 3 rolls.
And I don't think he gets anything else. So
Alrighty. Phaedra.
All right. She is seeing Meredith kind of disobey or basically not follow commands of staying in the corner. She's
Are you
gonna
not
be
gonna
like,
trying to be helpful?
Meredith, no, I don't give shit. Meredith, god damn it, follow instructions. Now I know what it was like whenever I was younger. Anyway, she's going to do a little sidestep and move. She's gonna move over here, but while she's doing that, she's going to yeet to the. Hold on, let's see. Is she in range? Let me make sure I've got
By
the
the way, your
range
echo is probably gonna be about there if unless he's completely vanished because of the distances.
Yeah, he would have vanished. He didn't have enough movement.
All right. I'll put him
But I'll
off to
end
the
up bringing
side
him
there.
back if we go at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15. Yep. Okay, cool. Lightsabers. We're starting at the one at the
I like
front.
the picture that Fluffy posted.
And if this kills the next one or whatever, she'll take a step forward and go for the one in the back.
Oh yeah, the first 2 hits. Thanks to that different one, definitely kills that one. The third strike.
And then she'll take a
is that
step
guy.
forward.
All
Yep.
right.
And then she will, let's see, so that's 5, 10, 15, and then she'll go back around the corner. Yep. That was a movement.
I mean, I can't really do anything again. So I don't know. I guess he vicious mockery the guy in the back.
All right.
I guess.
Mm.
He screams in pain at the vicious words that Urk says to him.
And that's pretty much it.
All right. Squeak is
Single
unconscious.
tear slides down his cheek.
Yeah. Squeak is unconscious. Quentin.
Yeah, he goes there and he looks at his spell list because spells. Boop, boop, boop. Has that person been hit yet? This guy?
Oh yeah, he's been hit a bunch.
Okay, we're just gonna. Can I do non-lethal magic missile?
No.
Okay, I'll just magic missile him at second level.
All right. That should be 3 missiles.
Second level would be 4.
4? Oh, that's right, because magic missile's level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just topples over.
You take that magical punchy damage.
Druid is still unconscious. Meredith slings the unconscious Druid over her shoulder and carries her into this room. Which is a pretty good feat, considering Meredith, is currently carrying a furbolg. But the furbolg is relatively light and unconscious. And Meredith is actually kind of strong. Monk bullshit. Let's go with that. Immunite.
Yeah, we'll use her movement to move to the next cluster of bodies and hold
Alright,
her.
this one has
booping.
three attached.
Hold the boop.
No.
Alright. Shiori.
She'll run over for a minute and hold her potion out ready to give to somebody.
Alright. Vondel.
Nothing. There's nothing I can do.
Alright. Will.
Oh, I think he said he was going to the bathroom.
Oh, sorry. Thought I saw a back on there, but that's just you and Fluffy.
Welcome back. It's your turn.
Yay.
Oh, hello. All right.
Hello. Aminette and Shiori are holding the same actions ready for you.
All right. But now it's this tree.
Yeah.
Right. Blight again, 6th level.
Alright, so that'd be con save, and the max damage on that is
80.
80, so that means it is still alive.
Damn it.
Is there anything you wish Shiori and Immunite wish to do with their held actions?
Well, my held action doesn't work that way. Right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, they can also. I mean, they don't have to wait necessarily to use the action they prescribe, like, one boop and the other potion, but
Well, yeah, they do if it's gonna kill the people.
Yeah, last time we went for the save before the rules were gone, the person died immediately.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yes, we do.
Did Will mention that he saw the other tree kill after it got hurt and not die? Kill the people that were attached to it to regain health points.
I mean, Aminet was down here.
So Amunet would have seen that and knows that in this state they're gonna die in a minute.
Well, I mean,
Wait, what?
so when we weren't in initiative, the tree wasn't hurt.
The
We
tree
did
the tree just died.
The tree just killed it. The tree just killed it and killed the person anyway.
Okay. When you weren't in initiative, you killed the tree with the blight.
Nope.
No, before that.
Before that,
Or that?
before
He
initiative.
he booped him
Oh,
with a stone,
yeah.
and the tree just killed them.
Yes,
Yeah, that's true.
yes. So we are acting accordingly to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So like they're gonna die anyway because that's not dead. Like even if we do something now, the tree would kill them if we went with the consistency.
This is true.
I'm confused why.
Yeah.
I'm confused why the blight isn't killing it whenever it's getting cast, and it does. Am I misunderstanding something with how the damage
It's a
is dealt
magical
here?
plant.
Well, it's not magical in the sense that you can see it with arcane eyes, but it was created by magic originally, so.
Same thing like for a magical creature, you don't see magic off of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's yeah. And yeah, it has more than 88 points, so it's still alive.
Yeah.
So even by doing damage to the tree, you're saying that it's going to kill them immediately, no matter what.
Yes,
that's
because
what
it will drain the life.
Yeah, Will saw that happen with the one tree.
Yeah, because the first tree that he went up to the person and used the void stone on them to do greater restoration, the tree immediately killed them.
Yeah, but we're not the.
And the other tree, when it got hurt, ate
Yes.
different people.
Yes.
It heals off of them.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So no matter what we do to the people, held actions or not, they're dead.
Yeah,
Well, no. I was saying like we can't. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, if the tree's still alive, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Amulet was down there when Will did that too.
Yeah, so that's why Amulet does know that.
That's what I was saying.
Yes.
So she's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless somebody can take out that tree, but that's up to them.
I
Okay.
already. Yeah.
But
Frock.
no one's gonna go out there.
Yeah, because Frock hasn't been going out there, and Frock doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Feels like everything's fine, unless there's screams of death.
Well, there are screams that you can hear from the second floor of people that are really upset about something and are screaming because of it. But other than that,
yeah, I'll stand in front of the door. If some smug walks up, you know. But that's it.
all right.
I'll dodge just in case.
And in front of the eyes of Amunet and Shiori, the tree vines suddenly constrict around the three people, pulping them. Alright. No current thugs to be seen. Kill.
I don't think I can do much Kale-wise, so it's just going to be Dragon doing bite and claw mark attacks against the tree in the courtyard.
Okay, so it bites the tree. Snaps at it, somehow misses. Claw attack. And another claw. This time, killing it and pushing it over. And Iminette, Shuri, and Will all see the one of the trees just the vines just kind of pull up a bit, with the corpses still attached, and as the tree above just kind of falls over.
Looks like they took another one.
Want me to move the dragon over to the other one, or do you want me to leave it there?
If it's if it's gonna, well, I
'cause
guess you would move over.
Well, because I guess this tree does have a 20-foot reach. The vines do, so maybe
It can't currently reach him. So
Yeah.
if it's gonna attack him, he wouldn't approach it until he can attack it first.
sounds good.
He's not dumb.
Phaedra. You are hearing. So what's your passive perception?
25.
Okay. You are hearing the distant sound of footfalls. Like it sounds like somebody might be, or multiple people might be coming up or downstairs.
Stairs were this way, weren't they?
Actually, it seems to be echoing from both sides from where you're at.
Frock's on this side. Split up the tanks. She's gonna take this side.
All right.
Yep. She'll say, "We've got company coming from both hallways. Frock, hold the right. I got the left." And shield up at the ready, holding attack action for anything within range.
Irk.
I don't know. Here and hold the attack action, I guess.
Greek is unconscious. Quentin.
Ah, yes. He is going to prepare a spell for when the people come downstairs.
I believe that your wall of wind is concentration, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. But that is the door closed yet?
You could have closed the door, but nobody's currently
He goes.
standing right next to it.
He goes over there and closes the door.
Oh, sorry, Elznar wasn't the one that did that. Frock's the one that cast Wall of Wind.
No, Altanar did.
Oh, Elznar did. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Frog doesn't have the power
Let's say
to
that, but
cast
whereas
it.
Elznar referred to himself as an Aeromancer, because that's what they were called back in his day.
He's a wizard or sorcerer, whatever.
He's
he closes
technically
the
a
door.
sorcerer, because the power was within him, but he learned how to channel it. It's a
It's fine. Doors closed.
Doesn't
Now he's
matter.
gonna take arrows to the face.
all right. Druid is still unconscious. Meredith finishes tying up the druid. Immunite.
Goes to the last cluster.
Well,
and
actually, there are a total of 8 trees. I just, for simplicity's sake, I only showed the first 4. But
goes to the next cluster and does the thing. Held
Alright.
action to boot.
yeah, dragons tend to be smarter. Shuri. Same?
Yeah, unless Will tells her otherwise.
Alright. Vondel.
Gonna, I don't know, sit here and wait for someone to come and hold an attack action, I guess.
Okay. Will.
Is the
are
tree
4 more.
is the tree that they're standing by already hurt?
The one that you cast Blight on earlier, yeah, it's hurt. It's not dead yet. There are also 4 more clusters that are not shown.
But the one that they're prepared by is hurt.
Yes.
Normal blight. 64 if failed.
All right. And that one dies.
Yes.
Roll me a 1d8.
Uh-oh.
Hit the dragon.
No.
Bonk the dragon.
Oh, my poor child.
No, it just falls in the yard. Frock.
Pop the dragon.
I'm still dodging. Oh. Yes. You know what? I'm going to move a bit more forward.
All right.
But I'm still dodging.
The vines aren't in the reach of anything. You don't hear any. You hear pounding feet, but you don't see any enemies. Kale.
I mean, are there still trees in the thing?
There are 4 more that are basically off camera.
Yeah, I guess the dragon would just move to the next one and start shredding it.
All right.
Kale can Kale slip in through the door without getting any shit into the room?
Sure. You can open the door and step outside if he wants to.
Yeah, he'll go out into the courtyard because he can handle it, and he'll help the dragon attack whatever the next tree is. Like, I don't know how far away it is, but my Eldritch Blast hits pretty far.
Yeah. You could just probably stand in one place and start picking the trees off with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, because nobody told me not to kill the trees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just killing the trees.
So here's what we're gonna do. There are technically no more enemies. The sound of pounding feet you heard was the people on the second floor running away in a panic from seeing a green dragon suddenly appear in the courtyard and the trees starting to die. They are terrified. You didn't go to find them, so they ran away without being hampered. Meanwhile, there are 4 more clusters in the basement. Rather than torturing you by making them do individual, Will, how about you give me your what's your strongest spell that you can still do with Blight?
That would be on the 8th level.
All right. Do you just have 1, or do you have more than 1?
Will can cast Blight 3 more times. 2 at 5th level, 1 at 8th level.
All right.
If you need Shira to go offensive, she can, and if you want to switch to healing.
All right. So you've got 4 more clusters that you have a chance of saving anybody from.
Amanet can attack as well.
Yeah, Will could just wait for more people to come.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kale and the dragon are busy attacking the trees up above. Which, if coordinated, even if by accident, with the druid, you might be able to save some people. So what I'm going to do with this is, rather than having you cast individual things, I'm going to have each of you, Kale and Will, give me a 1d4, then a 1d3, and each of you give me 4d4. Sorry, that's the best way to do it. We'll see how many line up.
Which one of us?
Will and Kale. Both of you give me a 4d4. All right.
None of them line up. Yay.
Yeah, none of them line up, but Will does have one that he can instantly kill the thing with. We'll say that there are 3 people there. Amunet and Shiori automatically save one of them. Let's see if they can save anybody else on that particular one. Sadly, no.
For one of the people, I'll let it dealer's choice for the DM, but Amanet will use her last soul trinket slot, and as a reaction, will just make a soul trinket out of one of them, so they at least have 2 people they can gather more information from as well.
Okay. Soul trinket.
I'll write that down.
On the next tree, you're able to get... Okay. On one more tree, basically, even though Kale and Will didn't interfere with each other, Kale and the dragon were still fighting one tree when Will came over to hit it with the blight, and you were able to come over and actually save 2 more people on that one. Sadly, the rest of the people down there are dead, but you did manage to save some more people.
All my hit basics.
How many people did we end up saving? 4?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You saved 5. A
Nice.
human male, a Durgar female, a Dragonborn male, a Tabaxi male, and a Drow female. They're all in terrible. They're in terrible shape, but they're healed, which means there's no like open wounds, no internal bleeding anymore. But they are mentally and physically damaged. Scarred.
Did we really save them? I mean, we saved them.
Gotten some water at least to hydrate them.
They're in better shape than they were. They were basically, from what you could tell, like batteries or something to these trees, and we're basically just gonna die. But you managed to rescue 5 people, so. But between the green dragon and Kale and Will, all of the trees in the courtyard have been killed.
Sure, he's gonna call up that we needed the translating thing.
Yep. Fader will go downstairs.
There's a bunch of there's 5 shivering and naked people and a bunch of corpses.
What the hell happened down here?
They were feeding the trees effectively.
Fuck these guys. And Fader will go up to, I guess, the group of them, and she will, she'll go into the bag of holding and she'll pull out some rations and feed them.
Yeah, and I'll give water. So we have food and water for them.
Who was the translator again?
Phaedra?
Okay, so you're definitely hearing words of thank you, and somebody else was mumbling something about it was the Grand Communion, and
Wait, what? You broke up?
they're muttering softly, and they heard something that sounded like Grand Communion.
Grand Communion.
Well, they grandly communed at the trees.
It's okay. You'll be okay. Just eat. We'll get you out of here.
All right.
Yeah.
You've uncovered quite the plot inside this place.
The only thing Shuri might say is the will is make sure none of the bodies have crystals, even if they're dead.
Yeah, the bodies definitely had crystals, but the crystals appear to be basically dying on their own, turning to dust on the corpses. They don't appear to be able to maintain after the host has died.
That is good. Just don't want the guard coming in and be like, "Oh, what's this?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was going to be my question. How do we prove to the guards that we didn't just murder a whole bunch of people? There's no evidence left.
Well, the bodies are evidence. They've got all these weird, basically melding with tree branches, not tree branches, right, with roots, and even the living people have the scars on their bodies of the roots.
Yeah.
And they're evidence of the amount of, bad treatment and all of that.
And we can also show the evidence. I mean, not so much of the crystals, but we can show evidence. Because if this cult has a really, they're spreading in this town. I'm sure the scale guard has seen those flowers about, and we can show them the pot with the poison with the flowers in it and be like, look what they're making. That's not good.
Mm.
And you have at least 2 prisoners, because you still have the woman that's tied up in the other room.
Mm.
Yeah.
And this druid. And this druid.
Yep.
And, yeah, Phaedra definitely would have seen more of a higher crystal, higher infection rate on the druid.
On the druid?
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, not to the rate that the people underneath the, being attached to the roots were, but, with the places where, like, they have noticeable crystal growth on their skin that you can find.
And, like, just upon inspection, because you mentioned scars, like, if Phaedra were to, like, look at the back of their heads, you said it was something different.
The
so there
ones
wasn't
in the
anything...
basement do not have ones on the back of their head. No, they're going. Basically, it looks like the scars are through their bodies,
Okay, just wanted
but not
to
their heads.
triple check that. Yeah, I feel like out of character. I feel like we should investigate this place before the scale guard get here, as well, in case there is corruption within the ranks.
We have a whole bunch of people that were infected that ran off too.
I didn't think about that until right now. That's probably not good.
Mm-mm.
Well, we don't know. Sorry, go ahead, Rick.
There is a possibility that the guards are outside. I mean,
That is true.
We did ask the
after all,
bugbear to
ask
do the
guy
perimeter.
to do that,
We did.
and we were there for a bit
It is
after
possible.
he left. So, unless the guards are absolutely garbage at their job,
Hmm.
And we don't know, like, because Phaedra saw a minimal amount of crystal infection, and wasn't it until they reached something higher were they actually contagious, if I remember correctly.
Do they need constant exposure to get there, or they eventually get there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. So even if they were to, like, get out, might be, I don't know. We don't know if they were just initiates or if, like, people that were, like, basically like patient 0 is going off. So we don't know. We don't know what was held on the top, except for what we heard, brothers and sisters or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you heard that the one woman that you tied up and stuffed in a cupboard was referring to them as that, and was preparing a bed for the hobgoblin that you guys found on the couch.
Yeah. So yeah, people that are there against their will as well, I would imagine. Or originally were against, not willingly. Well, willingly. Sorry. I'm like looking at Will while saying that.
Well,
now I need to decide what to do with my new dragon friend. I could drop concentration and let him be a tree again.
a dead tree.
Or shenanigans.
Or I tell him to go live his life to its and be a good boy.
A green dragon in the desert.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna like the desert much. But he stays friendly to me and obeys me for an hour, and then after that, he's kind of his own dragon.
Maybe we let it be a tree. And leave 40 hours up.
But that's probably.
What I let him be a tree.
It's probably going to be a concern for next weekend, as we are well past And I know some people have like a hard, hard or nearly hard stop at this point in the night for them,
Mhm.
or early morning, depending on where
Mm.
they are. Like, is the sun up there, Rick, or is it still down?
Sun's always up at this time of day.
All right.
He's used to staying up late and playing DBD with us. He's good.
Yeah. All right.